across the UK, online and on DAB.
The wild man of late night radio, Iain Lee.
Differently interesting nocturnal emissions from a legend of late night radio. On air and off the leash.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. I'm Iain Lee. Who are you?
Catherine Boyle.
Thank you very much indeed. Snow. Took me 2.5 hours to do what should have been a 45-minute journey to pick up my kids from school. And I was going to be so late for the first kid, I had to phone the grandmother. It took me an hour to get around a roundabout. But why? How come I'm the only person that knows how to drive in snow? Everyone else, right? A roundabout should still work in snow, right? It should still work, but it wasn't working because everybody was kind of like panicking. Oh, it's snowing and it's a roundabout. This is near High Wycombe where the snow got heavy. Snow got very, very high. No snow in London. There wasn't much snow in Windsor, but it got heavy in High Wycombe. Oh, it's snow and it means I can't do a roundabout anymore. Roundabout works exactly the same in snow. Here's the thing, right? Here's all you need to know about driving in snow, right? Go a little bit slower and leave a slightly bigger gap. That's it. That's all you got to do.
If it's a little bit snower, go a little bit slower.
Oh, that's quiet. No. We want we want that. This. Oh, I've just deleted it.
What that?
I've just deleted Life's Unfair. How is that?
Get in your trash box and fish her out now.
No, it doesn't go to the trash. Let me see if I can find that. Life Unfair. Here we go. We might have had a little Brucey bonus here. That was lucky. By the way, a young gentleman called Reed. I think it's Reed, isn't it? Reed. Is it Reed?
Why does life have to be so unfair?
A couple of people got in touch, and I was speaking to one guy, but Reed, I think, is going to is doing the do.
Reed Barham.
Here we go. He is making for you, dear listener, for the iPhone to start with, but then for the Android, he is making you your very own late night alternative soundboard, so you can have all of this.
As you like.
Could be yours on your telephone.
And in the midst of the experiments as to how we were going to send that to Reed,
yeah.
Iain has weaponised me. Yes, I have my own soundboard
Kath
now.
has her own soundboard. Now, fortunately...
It's got nothing on it yet.
Fortunately, it's empty. And double fortunately, it is not... we can't connect it up to the thing. So you will only hear it very, very quietly played in the distance, which I think is probably for the best. Let's go to... Oh, Alan...
Hi, boss.
I forgot about this. Ages ago, a guy called Richard phoned up and left a message for you.
Which Richard is that?
Which he?
Which Richard is that? Because I know so many Richards.
I'll play the message for you and then you can react, okay?
Okay.
Caddick, respect the show, respect the talent, listen to the show, and don't just phone it for your one-off monologue.
Oh,
that's it. So if you hear this, Caddick...
Will you shut up? He's not... Right, there's something going on with this. Every time I stop... Hang on. Oh. How did that delete?
Well, I really think that...
What is going on? Now we've lost that. You've cursed this, Richard. Hang on a minute. What the hell happened? Something's happened. You may have to... Catherine, you may have to delete that from your...
Oh, is it because I've got it?
What
do you think?
I've got no idea. What's this? Is this it? Hang on. Something very... Here's the thing. I'm going to be honest. But here's the thing. Oh. What was that?
Are you recording yourself?
Here's the thing. But here's the thing. What? Alan?
Yeah,
No, that wasn't me. I mean, it was me, but it's not me now. But here's the thing. Right, but here's the thing, Alan. What? What? He's fallen asleep. What is going on? I don't know what's...
You know what I mean.
Now that sounds all distorted, doesn't it?
Over-modding that now.
Can you delete that, please?
Yes.
Delete that app. No app for you. Here's the thing, Alan. There's no vibe for the show today. Shut up. Shut your face. I'm talking.
Sorry, boss.
Shut up. There's no vibe for the show today. There's no vibe. I've got no vibe. I've got no material. I've got to do a little bit of work tomorrow that I don't really fancy doing. I've got to drive to Winchester after the show. I spent 2.5 hours driving to pick up my kids from school. I spent a lot of the day having it highlighted to me I'm a scumbag and an a-hole. And I've just got no vibe for the show tonight. So what I'm saying is, tonight's show could be, for you, dear listener, torturous. Could be absolutely torturous. Could be hell. Could be awful. So my suggestion is, switch off tonight. You know, come back tomorrow. By the way, Jake Shillingford from My Life Story is coming on Thursday. I got the day wrong. It's coming on Thursday.
Gosh. Imagine if I got the day wrong.
Wow.
So, hang on, did you do that? Did you just do that for real?
Wow. Yes, wow.
But then why? I don't know what's going on. Something very weird has happened here. Something weird has happened. I don't know how to close that down. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, who cares? The show's going to be pony tonight. And I don't really know. Here's what I'm trying to say, Alan. I don't really know where to go with the show this evening. I've got nothing for you. I've got literally nothing.
Well, I've got a question to put to the listeners.
Okay. Will you be listening to their answers?
I will be, yes.
Okay.
Ooh, confident.
You know the NTA that have just happened?
Yeah, I was there last year and I won one, but carry on, yes.
Should they rename the Entertainment Presenter Award the Anton Deck Award?
Oh, did they win it again?
Yes.
Oh, don't be salty, Alan.
I'm not.
You are salty.
They won it again.
Oh, good, they're brilliant.
But should they rename it the Anton Deck Award?
No.
Even though they keep winning every year?
Yeah.
And my next question is, you know this new app? Can you get it on the App Store?
Well, no, the guy hasn't even made it yet.
He's still building it.
Well, I'm placing a pre-order for it.
Well, okay, well, the guy's not even made it. The guy might be a lunatic fruitcake for all we know. I don't know anything about it. Some guy just got in touch with Catherine.
You're a fan. You're a fanny.
Something's not right. The guy got in touch with Catherine and said,
George.
Jesus, will you shut up, man? He'll go away. I'm just, he just doesn't listen. Tonight's show's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be one of them. I've not got a vibe, you've not got much of a vibe. There's not much vibe going, is there?
But we will give you a show. I'll show you something.
We shall overcome. What do you want to do?
Give the phone number out.
You give the phone number
and
out.
Let's crack on.
Well, you give the phone number out.
You.
You don't know what it is.
I
Do you not know what the phone number is?
I do know.
What is it?
0344 499 1000.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We have I've got nothing. You know I've got nothing. I've got nothing. I just want to burst into tears and cry. Could do that.
We could both do that.
We could do that, and
would you like that?
We might get because that's what you're going to get. We might win an award for that if we put that with the bloke who was going to kill himself.
Have you got any Coldplay? If we play that underneath it, it sounds like I've produced it.
No, I haven't. I'm scared to touch anything because. Oh.
I
want to know what happened. I've got that.
I could well up to this quite easily, but then it's got a jubilant end.
I'm getting old because I saw Celine Dion was playing Hyde Park, and part of me thought, I could do that. I hate Celine Dion.
No, I don't.
Part of me thought, I could do that. I'm not going to because I'm skint and I've spent a fortune on tickets this year. But yeah, I'm getting old. Celine Dion announces she's playing a concert in London, and I go, I'll be up for that. I
love Celine.
I don't really.
I don't really like her music, but I just think she's hilarious.
I'm with you on that. Yes, but I suspect the concert would primarily be her music.
Oh yeah, but I would get down.
That would be the main. That would be the main factor. With it would be the concert.
Yeah, but there'd be bizarre banter in between.
Yeah. No, I could do it. But we've. That's boring conversation. I was going to say what concerts we're going to this year, but it's boring.
Well, all you need to know is Cher,
Kiss. Dylan.
Yeah.
Young.
But you're expecting Dylan to not be great, right?
Oh, Dylan will be awful. Neil Young will probably be lousy as well. But I want to see them.
Can we get
I want to kill one of them.
We can get some chips.
We can get some chips.
Yeah.
We can definitely. So here's the thing, right? Both of us feeling a little bit down today. It's fair enough.
Yeah.
Say that. And no, thank you. Is that? No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Never again.
We're done.
We're done. He sent me an email. I'd sent him an email saying, that's great, best of luck, don't ever call me or email me ever again. We're done. We're done here, guys. Our work here is done. So, yeah, strange vibe. I can't... it's just been a whole day of just going, I hate myself. I hate myself. I'm a scumbag. And then being stuck in traffic for 2.5 hours kind of frustrates you a little bit, and I had to let that go. I had to kind of pray and hand that over. So I was stuck in traffic. There was nothing I could do about it. I'd left plenty of time, and that wasn't working. Then just coming in tonight, and I'm thinking, and I've got tonight, after this, I'm going to Winchester. We got a troll texted in, listening to yesterday's show where Louis Pasteur was mentioned as the inventor of penicillin. Was not it Dr. Alexander Fleming? No, he wrote James Bond, and you can't spell penicillin. So don't talk to me, anonymous texter, about the inventors of penicillin.
Stop undermining him.
Yeah, exactly. So tonight's show could be a good one.
I mean, previously when we've been...
previously on Lost.
Previously when we've been miserable, we've had some very, very enjoyable shows. But, there's always an exception.
There's always an... Did none of those people want to come on the radio show? What are they phoning up for? Is this the Chit Chat Club?
I think they like Sam. Should we just open his mic? Go on.
I don't know.
Chit Chat Club.
I don't know. We'll get there. We've done 15 minutes already. What is that? A quarter of the show? We've done a quarter of the show. No, a 16th.
Yeah.
We've done a 16th.
If you'd like to join us in Conversation Corner, 0344 499 or 1000.
This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Things are made worse by the fact that I'm saying it. I'm calling it out. I'm on a diet. Day 2. I'm hungry. I want a big hunk of lamb. I want to pull off some pork. I want some slow pulled pork. I want to pull some pork. I want to chow down on a burger. I want to eat some French fries. A nice cheese and ham sandwich. Instead, I've got to drive to Winchester. I like Winchester. Winchester's a nice place.
Got you a nice little bag of nuts.
03444991000. Good evening, Amy.
Hiya. How are you? Oh, no, sorry, no, it's none of my business.
Well done, you see, and we're going to be releasing that as a single very, very soon.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be great. Can't wait.
Just wanted to say I am on the same wavelength as you and Kath this evening in terms of not really feeling it in being low and stuff. But I don't want you guys to feel low.
Okay, how are you going to lift our collective spirits?
Well, you'll get to see me on Saturday, sorry, at Weird Science.
Well, how does that... Well, first of all, right, it's always nice to see all of our listeners come to our shows. We like that. But how does that help us tonight?
We
need lifting tonight. We need to be lifted tonight.
I mean, you don't have to lift me, just, I don't know, give me a bit of a...
We could be lifted. By the way, Amy's talking about coming to see Weird Science on Saturday. There's 4 tickets left. 4 tickets left. Come on, guys, sell it out for us. 4 tickets, iainlee.com/event. Also, you're right, let's do the plug now. Let's get the plug in there. We are playing Luton on March the 4th, I think. No, March the 24th, I think. That's a Sunday. Sunday, March the 24th. Yeah, we go. Happy birthday. Sunday, March the 24th, we're playing in Luton. There's only 30 tickets left. Then Saturday, April the 6th. Gosh, I'm remembering all of this. We are playing in Brighton at the Carolina Brunswick. And we are very, very close to securing a date in Manchester at the end of May and Glasgow in June. And we're also looking at Bath. We're also looking at Dorset. Dorset's like big.
Somewhere in Dorset.
Somewhere, the Dorset Fringe Festival, I think it is. And we're also looking at Hull because we want to go to Wings restaurant again. So this is a big tour that we're doing. We're coming out to meet the people, to shake hands, to
press flesh,
to entertain, to sing, to dance, to commune, to have great fun. These things are happening. You want tickets to these shows? IanLee.com/event. IanLee.com/event. That's what you need to go to, guys. That's what you need to go to. That's what it's all about, as far as I'm concerned, right now.
Anyway, Amy, so we see you this weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Anything else?
The snow was very annoying. You're right.
I'm not. I like a bit of snow. I dig a bit of snow, but just, and you're stuck in it for 2.5 hours, and you got to pick your kid up from school, and you're late. And luckily, I was able to phone his grandmother and say, "I'm not gonna make it. I'm stuck behind some a-holes here. There's a few a-holes here." But no, I dig the snow. I like the snow. I'm prepared to make exceptions for the snow.
I rang my mum up because she's looking after the girls tonight. And I said, "Oh, have you told the kids that it's snowing?" She went, "Well, it's barely snowing." I said, "Let them have a look out the window." "Oh, come here, kids, look out the window. Your mum's gone daft."
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez,
she said it was barely snowing. That doesn't matter. If you are 7 and 10, that is excitement right there.
Of course it is. Of course it is. The kids came out of school and they were like, "Oh, it's snowing." I mean, yeah, that's right. That's right, guys. Deal with it. Deal with it. All right, Amy, thanks very much.
All right, keep smiling, guys.
Yeah, we go. Did she say keep flying?
Smiling.
But we're not smiling in the first place.
Start smiling, guys.
Start smiling, guys. I tell you what kind of hat I'd like. I'm wearing a hat right now. There's can you find the picture of John Lennon in his own right, the cover of that book? I think he's wearing his, maybe it's a Spaniard in the Works. I think it's in his own right. The cover of that, he's got a hat on. I think I could get away with one of those hats.
Let's have a look, because the one you're wearing today is sort of a Jeremy Corbyn. Oh, this is even more of a Jeremy Corbyn.
Let's have a look.
This one that looks like he's nicked it from China.
Well, let's have a little look-see here, because I don't remember. Yeah. No, that's not the hat. That is the hat I was thinking of.
I've
That's
got a
not
similar
the hat
one
I was
to
thinking.
that.
No, that's not the hat I was thinking of. Type in Davy Jones wearing a hat. I've definitely seen the hat. By the way, honestly, switch off tonight. It's going to be such a lousy show. We're talking about what hats I'd like. 22 minutes in. This is normally stuff we reserve for the last
you
hour.
want quite a lot of hats. There's one with a hand on it.
No. Oh, that's quite a good hat. No, scroll down. So it's one that's similar to the one you just saw. No. Could be here sometime. Could be here.
Oh.
Okay.
Let me narrow it down. I think I know what kind you mean.
Okay. Fine. 0344 499 1000. By the way, this isn't an act. This isn't us being cute. Genuinely got no vibe. No vibe. And so nearly didn't come in tonight, but then Kath said, daft, come in. And also because I've got to go to bloody Winchester after the show.
Bloody Winchester.
Which I like Winchester. Great cathedral. Graham Nash took acid in the cathedral and wrote a great song about it. You got it.
Baker Boy cap.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Cricket ace Andrew Flintoff and his wife accidentally booked into a sex hotel. Accidentally.
Oh, did they?
What is a sex hotel? Surely all hotels are sex hotels.
Some more sexy than others.
England's retired Ashes hero was stumped when the porter showed them to their room featuring a, quote, sex toy war chest.
Oh, no.
No. I only if it's kept in barbicide. You know what barbers have to clean their things. After checking in, right, we've got to try and find this hotel. It's in Miami. Doesn't say what it's called, though. Miami Sex Hotel.
I've already Googled it.
We're going to find them up. After checking in at the Miami Hotel, Flintoff, nicknamed Freddie, said he was worried about what kind of resort they had ended up at. He recalled, "We're in this hotel room, which is very nice, and this fella's pointing out all the obvious things like the minibar and the safe. And just as I'm about to ask him if there's a kettle and some shortbread, he opens up this big box and starts pulling things out. I'm standing there with the missus thinking, what the bloody hell's he up to? And it dawns on me, it's a sex toy war chest." He added in his latest book, Do You Know What? Life According to Freddie Flintoff. I'm from Preston, where ribbed condoms are the height of sexual experimentation. So I haven't always been so open-minded. There are handcuffs, blindfolds, and things for just about everything. If Willy Wonka did sex hotels, this place would be it.
Right, I suspect, and I'm therefore calling bullshine on the, we booked this by accident.
Yeah.
He's talking about the Exotic Valentine Hotel. What about that title made you think, it might be just quite nice for a weekend away?
What do they have?
Planning on having a wild sexual encounter this Valentine's Day?
Not really.
It doesn't matter if the experience you're looking for is soft, ungentle, or rough and adventurous.
Soft, ungentle?
Soft and gentle, or rough and adventurous. Okay. What matters is that you make it a memorable night for your partner. So, themed hotels, Miami. Executive fantasy hotels.
Right, so is this what? Hang on.
Hang on. No, it's not called the Exotic Valentine Hotel. It's just an idea.
Oh.
Hang on.
You wouldn't go and use someone else's
no.
butt plug, would you? I mean, really? Or chains or handcuffs. What?
Okay, right. I found one here.
Kathy's
Miami's best kept secret.
Oh, so this about to get the roof's about to get blown off. This.
It's called the. Where's it gone? SoFlo.
Sorry.
Fantasy Hotel.
Here we go.
Here it is. SoFlo's luxury boutique hotels. The Grand Emperor Hotel. It's got theme rooms, jungle suite, cave, candle suite.
But what do they have? Do they have sex toys in there? Do they have a sex toy war chest?
Should we have a look at the jungle suite and see what's what?
Yeah, let's see what you get.
It's got a pole in there. Oh, hang on, I think this is just for dancing.
Do you get a bang for your buck?
Well, it looks like it from the picture.
Oh, look, they're about to enjoy a little bit of...
You should take it easy, he's getting on.
He's older, a lot older than her, significantly older than her.
Bed, yes. King size. Free Wi-Fi, yes. Disco ball, yes. A must.
Disco ball in a room would be wicked, actually.
Signature love chair. I don't want to sit on that.
That's chairs that face different ways, but you can turn around and kiss.
Selection of champagne, beer, wine and spirits. iPod docking station, yes.
Docking, code. So it's written in code, right.
Maximum people too. Dance pole, yes.
Here we go.
Flat panel TV, yes.
Pornos.
Private garage, yes.
What?
Jacuzzi.
Hang on, a private garage?
Yeah, yes. And CD stereo, yes. Do you want to see the other rooms?
Well, hang on, is that it? So it's just a room?
It's just a sexy room. Candle suite. Ooh. Candle suite has bed, yes, king size.
There's a star says, this is in the science, the star says page 6. Let's see what the stars...
It's got a disco ball.
Comments are on this.
And a pole.
Freddie Flintoff has told how he got a shock when he and his wife accidentally booked into a sex hotel while on holiday in America. They must have been wondering, how's that? Yeah. God, the Star's got even less material than we have tonight. This statue, I know this statue, where these statues are that got got the paint all over them, right? Who cares? I mean, in the great scheme of things, who cares? There's proper public outrage. You look outraged. Are you outraged? So it's a statue of Churchill and Roosevelt, and they've had a bit of white paint.
I don't know whether there is public outrage. I think it's being whipped up.
Oh.
Because who would have known about it?
Me likey, yeah.
Just wash it off.
You're saying that we, not this show, but our industry... is part of the problem. Okay, and there's a couple of other memorials. So, let's read the story. Vile yobs have daubed memorials to our nation's war heroes with white paint. All right, that's slightly different than the statue of Churchill and Roosevelt, because that doesn't matter. And it's annoying that, because they're sat on a bench. I know this very, very well. They're sat on a bench, and you look at it from a distance, you go, oh, there's a bench there. Then you go there and it's statues on there. You can't sit on there. And there isn't a bench anywhere near that area for a long, long time. New Bond Street. Your Daily Star is offering a £5,000 reward for information that leads to the conviction. There's their little get-out clause. Got to be convicted of those that desecrated the tributes. The Bomber Command Memorial, the Graspan Royal Marines Memorial and the Canada Memorial in London were all attacked. The statue of Sir Winston Churchill and Franklin D. Roosevelt was also vandalised. I don't care about the statue. I don't like vandalism, don't think it's great, but in the great scheme of things, statue doesn't matter. That's gone. Forget about that. The iconic Bomber Command Memorial, funded with reader donations from our sister paper, The Daily Express. I didn't realise they were sisters.
Interesting.
Remembers more than 50,000 airmen from the Commonwealth who died in World War II. Yesterday, the memorial unveiled by the Queen in 2012 was found caked in white paint. It has now been vandalised 4 times. OK, well, maybe it's time to electrify it. I don't know. We put so that if you touch it, you die. Air Vice Marshal David Murray, head of the RAF Benevolent Fund, said this is the worst example of vandalism we've seen. Well, I've seen my mate, the side of his house, had a massive cock and balls painted on it. So that was significantly worse than this. With respect. That was. He was humiliated. The council didn't take it off for months and months and months.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't. I was only a kid. Once I drew a penis and testicles on my friend's calculator case, and to get rid of it, he Tippexed over it. But he Tippexed the outline. He made it even more prominent.
Gosh.
This is the worst example of vandalism we've seen. It's utterly heartbreaking to see the memory of those brave airmen disrespected in this way. If I were a shock jock, which I'm not, because it's not 1986 and I'm not in America, but you could quite successfully argue that, yes, while it's disrespectful, the men who gave their lives in the war gave their lives, so we've got the freedom
to protest whatever
we want, to do whatever we want. They died, for our freedoms, and one of our freedoms is we can go and chuck paint everywhere we want, but then there are legal consequences. That's one of the things. You could argue that. A statue of Churchill and Roosevelt on a bench was also smeared with paint. Who cares? Don't care about that at all. As was a memorial to the Canadian military and another for the Royal Marines. Police are investigating.
I find it interesting that it's all happened. It's all the same kind of damage, and it's all happened in a cluster. That's interesting. But they're not leaving a message. Well, just wash it off. Why do we have to give it attention?
Let's see what the Star says here.
People want to be outraged.
Oh, now here we go. Here comes the outrage. The Star says, nail these vile idiots. Nail's quite an aggressive, physical
Isn't that sexual violence?
Find this scum.
Wow.
The senseless yobs who vandalised the Bomber Command Memorial are an absolute disgrace. The bronze statue honours the 55,000 airmen who died fighting for Britain in World War II. Those brave heroes lost their lives defending our country. You couldn't argue with that. That is true. That's fact. And respect to them.
And they were just kids.
Yeah, respect to them and their sacrifice, of course. Yet this is how... these brave heroes lost their lives defending our country. Yet this is... Oh, just go away. Please just go away. Can you just cut him off, because it's annoying seeing him on the screen. Yet this is how their sacrifice is treated with utter contempt. A statue of Sir Winston Churchill was also daubed in paint in a second attack. You say, what is wrong with these people? Says the Star. It's completely mindless. These brainless scumbags must be found and locked up. Locked up? I'm not genuinely not saying this to be controversial and we've got no calls, so let's say... I'm just thinking out loud, which is what we're allowed to do here, guys. Thanks again to these in part to these people who gave their lives. These brainless scumbags must be found and locked up, and they should be forced to pay every penny of the repair bill. Yeah, nice idea. If they've got the money, yeah, but then a lot of people don't have the money to do it.
If you can find them, maybe use them as the labour to get rid of it.
Yeah. The Daily Star is offering a reward for information leading to their conviction. We must send out the right message. We will not let idiots like these dishonour our war heroes. Their incredible sacrifices will never, ever be forgotten. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I am being a little bit... But I just heard the fuss that was being made by all the usual suspects. And, it's kind of a crappy thing to do, to do that. But it's not...
And it does look like it's all the same person. It's the same
white
sort
paint.
Of damage.
It's the same white paint, the same smearing. I don't know.
But I wouldn't put it past some quarters, and I'm going to be a conspiracy theorist now, for doing this to stir it up and spread more division.
Little darling. Yeah, it could be.
Because they've really targeted, the kind of the glorious dead there, haven't they?
So a lot of online right-wingers have said, it's Muslims. Some people have said, it's left wingers doing it to frame right wingers. I don't know.
Who knows? Whoever's doing it is stirring it.
Here's the thing: I find it very difficult to be bothered about it. I guess, and if that sounds disrespectful to those, I don't think it is disrespectful to those that lost lives, because I don't see these memorials. I know they are literally a memorial to the people that died, but I don't.
Would it be more respectful to those who died to just quietly clean it up and do the investigation quietly rather than, chucking accusations
Jesus,
around?
they're all coming out of the woodwork. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No. I'd rather just plod on without any calls and talk to those people that are calling in right now. Not you, dear listener. If you want to call in, you'd be very, very welcome. But if you do want to call in, 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is in the newspaper, but it's like an advert for Poundland. Poundland has proved love needn't be dear by launching bargains for Valentine's Day. Oh, Jesus. As we revealed last week, the budget store is selling £1 engagement rings to help skint fellas. Pop the question this February the 14th. It's a little bit sexist. Could be ladies.
Yeah.
Could be lasses. But it's not just cheap as chips bling. Poundland has a whole range of Valentine's gifts for that special someone in your life. So why fork out a fortune when you can get a £1 bargain for your other half? Let them know.
Who is it?
We've had Alistair, we've had Susan, and that was just Wasim.
Flipping it.
John, if you want to call in and be ignored, now's your time. Let's get a full house. If anybody else who's not on the banned list wants to call in...
It's like a tag team.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Jeez. I was thinking about this today, right? We made a big thing of not banning people on this show and allowing people to come on and say anything they want. Critical, friendly, talking about suicide, talking about getting high on drugs, talking about having a great time, talking about a laugh, all this stuff. So I made the mistake of looking at Digital Spy for the first time in ages, and someone said, I stopped listening to Ian's show. It's a bit too much like the Samaritans. Oh, get a heart. Get a heart. Still funny. And I was thinking about this today, but then I thought, today we've banned quite a few people because I think the open door policy, I think, was being abused. Like we had that girl, that woman who pretended she killed herself. Oh. Remember, that was early doors. People telling me to kill myself, I think, is probably a step too far. Alcoholics calling us effing C's twice and telling us to F off another 2 times, despite repeated things.
People who ring up and while they're holding, they work up an argument about something we've just been discussing.
Yeah.
And they can't have rung up for that, but they just want to pick holes. Yeah, tedious.
By the way, George isn't banned. And I know I've got a lot of time. There's a nice little Facebook group, not the Talk Radio Facebook group, because that's just scumbags, right? That's just scumbags. But the Talk Radio listeners page, nice little page where they talk about all the shows, and some people like us and some people hate us, and that's fine. But I just was on there today, and there was a thread about Rainbow George. I just thought it was a little bit toxic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just thought it was
I don't go on there anymore because it's none of my business.
No, I just went on and I looked at it, and I posted, I said, guys, this feels... Listen, whatever, I don't have beef with him. He's welcome to come on and he's welcome to argue. We'll argue, it's fine. And he frustrates me and he annoys me, but he has also delighted me in the past. I've not really got a problem with him. It's also a little bit of theatre. I do think he's arrogant. I do get a little bit angry from time to time, but I wind him up. It's great. But just this thread, and this, I think, shows the toxicity of the internet. This thread on what is actually quite a nice page, quite a supportive page, just thought it was mean. It wasn't getting mean. It was mean. It was bear baiting. It was bullying. It was calling him out for whatever. Which now, if we call him out for being boring or being repetitive or being whatever, that's slightly different because he has made the decision to come into this arena, and I think we do it in a way. Me and Katherine have been doing this for years, and we do it in a way that is that we can judge what people can take, really, and we never want anyone to put the phone down and start crying. And I don't think for a fact George hasn't done that. But just this thread was just a little bit. This thread was quite significantly very mean-spirited.
And did it come out of a kind of misplaced loyalty? They thought they were sticking up for us?
I think there was partly that, and it was partly just calling him a boring old man. Those are the two starting post points that people were leaping from. And so I'm partly why I'm off Twitter at the moment. I'm loving being off Twitter, man. I'm getting stuff done. And I'm not being as much of a dick as I've been in the past. But I'm getting stuff done, you know. And I'm going on Facebook to plug the shows that we've got coming up. I might have to go on Twitter to sell a few tickets, and that's okay if I have to do that. If I have to go down that route to tell people we're doing shows, that's fine. But I'm going to try and do it on here. I'm going to try and do it on Facebook. I'm going to try and do it on blogs. What have you. Anyway, we're kind of going all over the place. We'll go back to Poundland in a second. Margaret and Stuart, stay there. We'll come to you in a second. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
The station's brilliant.
On Talk Radio.
A nice... No, but maybe not nice. A kind of chilled-out show tonight. Me and Kath feeling a little bit lousy. And this is the way it goes sometimes. You know, normally one of us feels okay. And it's both of us. Normally Kath feels okay because Kath's full of beans. But not today. That's fine. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to Margaret. Good evening, Margaret.
Hiya.
Hello, Margaret.
It's always nice to listen to your programme.
Thank you, Margaret. That's very kind of you to say so.
It feels like chatting to friends.
Oh.
Now I'm going to make myself a fool.
Oh.
I think it was last week sometime. You were wondering how to simplify the number to call in, because I found it quite difficult too, to begin with. And I've got an idea that you might consider is stupid or not, but I'll give it to you, shall I?
Oh, please do. We weren't talking about that, but if you've got an idea, maybe you're thinking of another presenter.
Well, anyway, anybody that wants to tune into your channel.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just got this idea. How I would do it.
Yes.
Would be 03 444 99 1000.
Okay, say that again.
03 444 99 1000.
0344 499 1000. I can say it quicker.
Yeah, but if it's... it's
Let's see
fine
who can
if
say
you
it the quickest. Shall we go? Kath's going to say go, and we're going to see who says it quickest. Okay, ready? Kath, you ready? Here we
Ready.
Am I ready? Am I in this?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to do ready, steady, go, and on go.
0344.
No, wait, not yet. Back behind the line, you two.
Sorry.
Ready.
No, I can't do that. Anyway.
Ready, steady.
Okay.
Go.
0344 499 1000. I won.
No.
Margaret, where were you?
Quite impossible for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so when you said 03 444, no, I wouldn't have said that. I would have said 03
What would you have said?
03
999. What's the difference between treble and triple? Is one American? I think, is treble American?
I don't know anything about American.
You never been?
No.
Have you seen any American TV programmes? The A-Team?
What? With Donald Trump there? My goodness, no thank
I don't think Donald Trump was in the A-Team. Are you thinking
might have been.
The face man? Dirk Benedict?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you never seen the A-Team?
What?
Or Knight Rider?
Okay, look, I'm going to go now because I'll let somebody else talk.
Thank you, Margaret. Nice to talk to you, my love. It's like talking to friends.
Oh, yeah, it is.
You take care. Tutty bye. Tutty bye. Not a clue.
He wasn't in the A-Team.
Dirk Benedict was.
Oh, Trump, though.
Let's go to Stuart. Good evening, Stuart. Stuart's got his radio, and Stuart's going to get that radio shoved right up his jacket.
Slap your legs.
Hello?
So anyway.
Sorry?
Hello.
Hello there. Yeah, at last we speak.
Again, no, we never have. But so what do you want to talk about? You know?
Why is your phone line so crap? Are you on speakerphone?
I don't think so. Come on.
Okay. Is your phone made of cardboard?
No, my bedroom is.
Your bedroom is made of cardboard?
Oh, yeah. I live in a car park, just beside Brighton Station.
Oh, there you go. Flipping it. That'll do it, wouldn't it?
Just joking.
Oh,
anyway.
Good joke. Homeless people are funny. Aren't they?
What did you want to ask me?
I'm glad you called, because I did actually want to ask you something. Here's what I wanted to ask you, Stuart. What were you doing in 1986?
In 1986, celebrating the birth of my son.
There you go, you see? I knew there was something big in that year for you, and I couldn't remember what it was. It was celebrating the birth of your son. That's fantastic.
Mm.
When was the last time you spoke to your son?
2 years ago.
Here we go. Why 2 years ago, man?
He lives in Australia, and I live in Brighton over here, and me and him, we have differences of opinion.
Now, because of course the distance wouldn't stop you speaking to each other. The differences would stop you speaking. May I ask what? And you did ask what I wanted to know, and this is what I want to know. If you don't mind telling me, what?
Oh, I meant about other issues.
You should have been more specific. You should have been more specific. What are the differences between you and your son?
Yeah, what are the differences? Golly. He doesn't listen to a word I say.
Well, that's not a difference so much, is it? That's just rebellion. Why? What is it you're saying that he doesn't listen to?
Stop using methamphetamine.
He's using that.
Hanging around with bikers.
Well,
you're going to get shot.
Okay, so he's using drugs.
I don't have to talk about this. I want to talk about more frivolous things.
Okay, well, you did put the ball into my court and ask me what I wanted to ask you, and that was exactly what I wanted to ask you. Okay, well, what do you want to ask me?
What do you think of the... because I know you have frequented this place. What do you think of the homeless situation in Brighton?
I don't know enough about it to speak about it. We're coming to Brighton soon, but I don't know, and I don't know enough about it to speak about it. I think that anybody who is homeless, not through choice, I think that's a terrible state of affairs in a civilised, wealthy country, and that we should be able to help people into homes if that's what they so desire. If it's their choice to live like that, well, then good luck to them.
Yeah. The last big issue, the one that's just come out, says on the front page, which is funny because I said this to various members of my family and friends over the years.
But not your son?
That as well.
Okay.
That being homeless is a state of mind, and it says that in front of the big issue.
So are you actually homeless?
No, I'm not.
Okay, it's just the second time that you've brought up homelessness, and I wondered why what your interest was.
Well, I have been.
You have been? Ah. When was that?
Well, I'm 57 now. I've been housed for... Well, I suppose I've spent about a third of my life on the street.
So, what, about 16, 17 years?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Flipping that, man. There's only one question.
I've travelled over about a dozen different countries.
Yeah, but why did you end up homeless? What? I'm going to assume something went wrong.
Circumstances are a strange thing. You know, a lot of people treat life frivolously. They don't realise that certain people get themselves in a bigger tangle than then. It's not like sitting watching Crime Stoppers or something like that on TV. Certain people get themselves into really big tangles without even trying to.
Yeah. Oh, God, I can imagine.
And, worst thing that happens is they end up dead. But it becomes a... If you go and you sleep on what they call sofa surfing, say.
Yeah.
you go and sleep on somebody's couch or their floor or their carpet, or ultimately you're dying to watch their TV, listen to their music, eat their food, obey their waking up, going to bed hours, and it can be to the point within a day or so, people just get up and say, "I'm off."
Yeah.
I'm back out because what happens is to have nowhere a bolt hole, say, like Butch Sundance and Yahoo Kid.
Yes. I get the reference. I'm old enough to get the reference.
Yeah. You know, the fall might kill you. But yeah.
Phone your son up.
To have, it's good advice.
Stuart, phone your son. Put the phone down now. I'm really enjoying talking to you, but I just had a flash. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I'm gifted, but honestly, I'm not joking. I just had a flash. Have you got your son's phone number?
No, I don't. He keeps selling them.
Have you got his email address?
No, I don't use
Have you got... Do you know anybody who would have his phone number or his email address?
I have contact through his sister.
Right. Put the phone down. Phone his sister up. I just feel it's really important that you speak to him, or at least let him know that you love him.
No, I think he knows that anyway.
No, you can... No, never assume that the person knows it. I think it's really important that you can call me again later on tonight or tomorrow if you want. That'd be brilliant. But I think you need to put the phone down and get a message to your son that you love him. I just don't know why. Suddenly it's flashed into my head that that's really important.
Don't get all emotional, James.
No, I'm not getting all emotional. I'm just telling you that I've just had a voice in my head has told me that I need to pass that message on to you.
What, an epiphany?
Yeah, an epiphany. Why not?
The last thing I want to say to you is, did you see that bloody big shark that was swimming beside a wire the other day?
Yeah, I jumped on it and I killed it. I poked something in its blowhole. I won't tell you what. I don't know if sharks have blowholes.
They don't. No.
Okay. Well, then I poked it in a different hole then. Hey. Stuart, I'm not joking. Put the phone down.
I'd rather cuddle a tiger than that thing.
Try and make contact with your son. Just get a message to him that you love him.
Okay.
Honestly, both of your lives will improve immeasurably if you can do it. Thanks for the call, Stuart.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ta. I just had a vibe there that was an important thing for him to do. I don't know. Never assume that your kids know that you love. I tell my boys all the time that I love them. All the time.
The adult world is littered with grown-ups who don't realise that their parents loved them.
Yeah, I wish my dad...
I didn't need to tell him. He should have known.
Yeah, I wish my dad had said it more. And, phone him up. Get in touch with him. Let him know. It doesn't matter if you disagree with his lifestyle and his friends and all of that. That doesn't matter.
No, if he knows he's loved, there's always a way back.
Yeah. Gosh, well, that... the first 20 minutes was ropey, but after that it got it got very weird, but I enjoyed it. We've got another 2 hours of this. It's going to be one of them shows, guys. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You'd be very welcome. Or
03 444 999 1000.
This is Talk Radio.
Now, Jim. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
I bet you they won't play this song on the radio. I bet you they won't play this new song. It's not that it's all controversial, just that the words are awfully strong. You can't say on the radio or you can't even say I'd like to you someday unless you're a doctor with a very large. So I bet you they won't play this song on the radio. I bet you they dare well program it. I bet you they'll old program directors will think it's a load of horse.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Strange vibe today. Everyone's feeling. But your calls, sometimes the show is kind of like 80% me and Kath, 20% you in terms of what drives it. Sometimes it's 50-50. And today is kind of like 80-20 being driven by you, dear listener. So I guess the tone of the show this evening, more so than normal, is comes from you. So give us a call. You know you can talk about anything on this show, and it doesn't have to be heavy stuff. And sometimes we have slightly heavier shows than others. It can be frivolous, it can be silly, it can be ridiculous, it can be funny, it can be dumb. It can be whatever you want, really. I don't mind. 03. Oh, no, hang on. I don't need to say it ever again. Hang on. Here we go.
03 444 99 1000.
There we go. Just for those who missed that.
03 444 99 1000.
If you want to give us a call, speak to Sam. He'll take your name and number and call you straight back. Apart from what is now a very, very long list of people who are banned. Because I don't want to talk to a-holes and destructive people. I don't mind talking to negative people, but just people who just mean or have, I think, taken advantage of the passive, peaceful nature of this show. And the fact that we let people on the other stations, other shows, certainly wouldn't let on. We've got to look after ourselves. Got to look after my Kath. She's got to look after me. Got to look after Sam. He's a boy. Sam is a boy. We're like his mum and dad on the air. No disrespect to your real mum and dad, but
you would definitely get taken off.
Yes, we got to make sure we're his guardians when this is going on. We did sign some paperwork. I don't know whether your parents said anything. Oh yes, £1. Now, right. So 0344 499 1000. Back to Poundland. So Poundland. Start this whole thing again.
Go on.
Poundland has proved love needn't be dear by launching bargains for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. What are you going to do for Valentine's Day? Nothing.
How about you just not a knobhead all year?
Yes.
And I'm talking to women as well as men.
Yeah, and gays and trans and animals in love.
Everyone.
Not people in love with animals.
Well,
although
you're in love with your cats, but not in a rude way.
You came round and saw the cats. They are. Yes. I used to live in that house.
Yeah. Now you are just there because they tolerate you.
It's mayhem there. It's absolute mayhem. I just don't know what to do.
I like the fact that one of his cats likes me more than it likes him.
Yeah, Ted's Mucky. They've got his nickname. You start calling her Ted's now, so she's called Ted's.
Oh, she's my little teddy bear.
Mucky, Kiki. It's not your cat.
She pretty much is.
Well, then you clean up her shit.
She says she is.
She won't come and sit on me. Lucky comes and sits on me. Ted's.
But what happened when I walked in?
She came and sat on you straight away. Just came and sat on you. I'm like, I've had you for like 2 or 3 months. What the hell is going on? Probably 2 months. Anyway, as we revealed last week, says The Star, the Budget store is selling £1 engagement rings to help skimp fellas pop the question this February the 14th. Ladies are allowed to pop the question as well. Everyone's allowed to ask everyone. But it's not just cheap as chips bling. Poundland has a whole range of Valentine's gifts for that special someone in your life.
Oh.
So why fork out a fortune when you can get a £1 bargain for your other half? Let them know how much you really respect them with a mug reading #you were supposed to be a one-night stand. It's a bit of fun.
Ouch.
It's a bit of fun. Sam likes that. Look, see, it's for the youngsters. It's for the, for kids. What film is that from? Hudsucker Proxy. Have you seen that?
No.
For kids. That's a great film. Can someone tell me who has seen Hudsucker Proxy most recently, and does it stand the test of time? Who directed that? It's Tim Robbins in it, who I just think is fabulous. And it's
Tim Robbins, Mr. Susan Sarandon.
Yeah, that's the one.
I like him.
Yeah, he's good. And it's apart from the bloody liberal lefty elite. And it's sort of set in the 50s, but it's not quite the 50s. It's sort of a stylised 50s.
Yeah.
And he works in a toy factory and he invents the hula hoop, for kids. That's kind of the slogan. What is it? It's a hula hoop. And, well, for kids. I haven't seen that. I might watch that Sunday. I've not seen that for years. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm double bill. This is what I'm doing. This is my Sunday. Everyone, of course, talks about Shawshank Redemption. Forget that rubbish, right? How did he get the poster so smooth against the wall as he went through
Practice.
Forget that rubbish. No, I'm having a double bill of Hudsucker Proxy. And what's the film? Is it called Bob Roberts, where he's like a presidential candidate who's also across with Bob Dylan?
I think I saw that a long time ago.
It's a great film. That is I watched that at college. That is a great film. I'm having a lefty, liberal, media elite loving on Sunday.
Careful, you'll be knitting yoghurt next.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to munch on some muesli. Or show how much you care with another mug reading, somewhat like this. You'll do. You see.
Oh, what's wrong with just being thoughtful?
A mug for £1, though. That's a bargain.
I don't want a mug.
For £1?
I don't want a mug for £1. I don't want a mug. I don't want a mug that says you're a minger, but you think yourself lucky, which is what basically these are saying.
I've got a mug for you, okay? And a cheeky third mug, this is cheeky, reads, I want to dunk my soldier in you. Sam's not laughing.
Is that a mug or an egg cup?
It says it's a mug.
Well,
it's a mug.
Makes no sense.
No, it's a mug. No, it does because there's the picture of it. It still doesn't make sense. So on it is a picture of 2 eggs. One is a boy egg and one is a girl egg. I think to do that you have to hold it up to the light to sex it. And the boy egg is saying, I want to dip my soldier in you. Now, obviously he means... So obviously the level one is it's like a piece of bread with butter on, cut into a little
Delicious.
thing. Or toast, yeah.
I feel sorry for the Americans. They don't do that.
But it is... But basically he means his penis. He wants to have sex with an egg.
An egg doesn't have a penis. Where's he going to put it?
The bloke from The Animals again, Eric Burdon again. He's having an egg orgy.
Oh, God, that.
I tried that the other night on my own. But I did it with scrambled egg.
Yeah.
It might cost you £1, but giving the gift of nothing, a cardboard packet filled with air, will definitely produce a giggle. Hopefully. £1. Come on. Spice things up with a pair of love dice, giving saucy instructions to your armour.
Amour.
It says armour.
Where? How do you spell this?
A-M-O-U-R. Armour.
Amour.
It's okay. Okay. Giving saucy instructions to your armour.
Mon amour.
Or write love tokens where you can pen promises to your other half. Or just, you could do that on Post-it notes.
Yeah. Or you should just talk to each other. I don't know. 365 days of the year.
It's just people.
Just talk.
There's 4 types of engagement rings on sale, featuring red and blue designs, as well as the classic gold and silver. Or if you're really hoping to get dumped this Valentine's Day, why not present your significant other with a special roll of toilet paper that's surely guaranteed to make you a loser in love. And on the toilet paper it says, in case your Valentine's is crappy.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't work. It started off well, and then it just doesn't work. I mean, Valentine's Day... I mean, I love all the holidays. But Valentine's Day, it was invented by Bob Clinton to sell cards, and Terry Hallmark. They got together and they went, let's just make something up. They tried it, didn't they? When it was Mother's Day or Father's Day a couple of years ago, my youngest said, "Yeah, but Daddy, when is Children's Day?" I said, "Dude, it's every day. All right." But they tried, didn't they? Grandparents' Day. That was a thing they tried to shoehorn in, but we were too wise for that.
Yeah, but give it a couple of 100 years, they'll be wishing each other happy Grandparents' Day.
I tell you what I'd like, right? And I'm going to do it. I'm going to introduce it. I think it's the 3rd Thursday of November that they do it. I'm going to introduce Thanksgiving Day over here. I'd love Thanksgiving Day.
What are we saying thank you to?
For getting the land for next to nothing from the Native Americans.
Yeah. For infecting them on purpose with smallpox.
Yeah.
And trading them beads and stuff for really valuable
and then when
commodities.
when they worked out they'd been had, we coming up with a slightly racist name for people who ask for things back after you could Indian giver.
And then, sending children in red hats to laugh at them.
So, very good, topical, satirical. I've not seen the video, so I couldn't
Trump's invited those kids to the White House.
Has he?
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's to give them a good spanking.
I don't think so.
I'm assuming he's invited the war hero that was humiliated.
Well, a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Because Trump never went.
All right. Well, I don't like you calling them out for not going to war. I wouldn't go to war. I'd be a Conchie.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd be a Conchie. I wouldn't be a coward.
That's
I'd
fine.
be a Conchie.
You admit that, but he reckons he'd wade in, when there's a shooter in a school and stuff. And
I'd
he
do
reckons
that.
he's
I'd do that.
Billy Big Balls, but
I'd do
didn't
that.
go, did he?
No. But I would wade in if there was a shooter in the school, but I didn't go to war.
He don't. He's a coward.
No, okay, so am I. You're describing me. Every sentence is describing me. Has he really invited those kids to...
Yes, he has.
What for? I've not seen the video, so I don't know the full thing. I saw a lot of people getting upset, but why would he invite them? Because he's a dick. That's why. But what was I talking about?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm going to introduce. I'm bringing it over because the thought of the end of November,
double dinner.
You get a massive dinner, and you get a few people around and go, I'm just going to cook. We're having too much food. I want food left on the table at the end because I've done too much food.
Do you have to have the Super Bowl on?
No, that's Super Bowl. That's the Super Bowl. It's completely different. That's not Thanksgiving.
I thought it was around the same time.
No. No, Super Bowl's in the summer, you absolute...
No. It's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
yes,
not.
it is. Don't ignore... Right, we're moving on to another
when
subject
is it?
now. Doesn't matter. He doesn't need... Don't come... Okay.
Week after next.
Okay, so not November, by the way.
Will you stop doing that? Because I have to make a podcast and it's getting shorter and shorter.
It's fine. Don't stop saying stuff that I have to dump. Stop being offensive and disrespectful. Speaking of idiots...
Week after next.
So, Reed, gentleman, who's making the soundboard app for you guys...
When's that coming in? Around the time of the Super Bowl?
He posted...
Week after next.
He posted on his Twitter feed like a little demonstration of how the soundboard app works.
Don't
right?
tell him. Don't tell him this.
Right, so Kath went, look, he started working on this app already. At Double N. Just phone up. Stop texting me. Phone up, you dickhead. Come on, these guys are just talking absolute pony. Let's talk. Come on. Yeah, okay. You have to phone us. God, demanding callers. So there's a clip on his YouTube, on his Twitter feed of the app. And Kath went...
I hadn't made my screen big, so I couldn't see that it was a clip.
Kath went, come and have a look at this, and she's clicking on it, and she goes, it'll work in a second, and she clicked on it, and eventually it's played a clip of David Babcock, and then there was another clip on it. She went, and click on this. I went, hang on a minute, that's not a demo. That's like he's done a little 15-second video of what it is. You're having no impact on that. That's a video of him clicking on the app.
It was like that bit Father Ted just goes, these are big cows, these are small, and these are far away.
And then, I said, what's on telly? So she looked on the Radio Times website, and she went, on ITV2, it's Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen. And I'm fascinated by Gordon Ramsay, because if anybody spoke to me like that, I would tell them exactly where to shove it. And if he spoke to me like that again after I told him where to shove it, he'd have a black eye. Gordon Ramsay, you're an effing S. Clean this effing S up. You're a tosser. I'd say, excuse me, mate, you're a C.
Oh.
Straight in there. I'm not messing around. Anyway, so I said to Kath, I can't find... We haven't got ITV2 on the TV and the thing. We can watch it online. Meaning go to the ITV hub. And she's there. And she's on the Radio Times listings. And I'm watching her do it. And she's clicking on where it says ITV2. She's just clicking on it.
I'm really sleep deprived.
I'm watching her for ages. And I went, mate, that's the Radio Times. You can't watch it through that.
Oh, shut up. You do stupid stuff. I didn't sleep a wink last night.
I do not do stupid stuff.
You do.
What? I've lost all of my...
Good.
Katherine, you're such a twat.
0344...
I'm still calling the social on you for that.
499-1000. Paul, stay there. Come to you after this.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Because they're too real to be part of my imagination.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You're very welcome to. Good evening, Paul.
Evening, Ian. How you doing, buddy?
That's none of your business.
Catherine, how are you?
Yeah, we're both a bit today.
Not great. I just ringing to let you know that in Wales we've got Valentine's Day twice, which is a little bit annoying. But ours is Friday.
What, this Friday coming?
What?
This Friday coming, yeah, 25th of January is St. Dwinwyn's Day, which is...
St. Winwin's?
St. Dwinwyn.
Twinwyn?
It's like Dwinwyn.
Dwinwyn?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think she was like some sort of patron saint of love or something, she was.
Oh, jeez. So have you got to do it twice? You actually have to...
exactly.
Oh, that's outrageous. What a con. What a con.
You can't get away with just the first one. No chance.
But what is it? What is it? Because what do you do? Is it getting some flowers down the petty station?
Yeah, I think so. Love spoons, isn't it?
Oh, love spoons. I got one of them for my wedding.
What's a love spoon?
A beautiful carved wooden spoon.
Oh, you're joking.
No.
Why would anyone want that? I would hate that love spoon.
I thought it was beautiful.
Who carved it?
They're lovely.
I got it from a little Welsh girl on my wedding day.
Why did you marry a little Welsh girl?
I didn't. She was just there. She was with her mum and dad.
What did it say?
No, it was all shapes. It's all ornate. Right. So the base of the spoon is kind of heart-shaped, like the bit that would normally be the scooper.
Can you use it to toss a salad?
But why would you? It was more of an ornamental thing.
Who has ornamental spoons?
Me.
Don't you get spoons for christenings? I seem to remember there being a christening spoon.
Yeah, there's all kinds for christenings, yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
I think I've still got a bag somewhere with all the christening gifts in.
So that's a Welsh thing then? What are they called? Love spoons? Is that a Welsh thing then, Paul?
Yeah, I think so, man. It's a traditional kind of Celtic craft, I guess. They used to whittle them.
Oh, don't spoons mean like fertility? I think they're fertility. They're like fertility symbols.
I don't know what they're for, but they're nice.
Well, where's your love spoon, Catherine?
I think it's in my special keepsake box.
Where's that, in the loft?
In the back of my wardrobe
There
somewhere.
we go. OK, well, at least you know it's safe.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Paul, do you have a partner? Will you be indulging in these two romantic rip-offs?
Well, I'll have to, buddy. That's the thing. And my little boy goes to a Welsh school, a Welsh-speaking school as well. We don't speak Welsh, but he does now. And
they speak. Hang on. When you say Welsh-speaking school, it's primarily Welsh and secondarily English.
Exactly. In fact, the only thing they would learn in English
is English.
Might just be English. Yeah, but he's only 5, so they're not really doing much of that. So
but you don't speak Welsh?
In Welsh? No, I don't speak Welsh. I wish I did. I can speak bits, I can speak little bits.
How can you? Why this? I mean, listen. By the way, I'm not knocking anyone learning the Welsh language. Of course, I'm not. I'm all for that. I think it's great. It's wonderful heritage and wonderful stuff. But what? So, does he speak English? Does he speak Welsh better than he speaks English?
No, he speaks English better because obviously that's what he speaks in the house, and his vocab is really good. I'm an English teacher, so that's been we've always just spoken to him as if we're speaking to adults, really, because we'd rather him know the correct word than...
What do you call... Okay, then. All right, let's do this. What do you call a penis?
He calls it a willy.
Right. Okay, fair. Okay, what do you call a vagina? He says he talks to him like he's an adult. Let's hear the word he uses for a vagina.
This was a tough one, man. I think my wife finally decided on the word... the foof word.
Foof.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and you phoned up to pretend you speak to your son like he's an adult.
My little girls came up with their own version of the vagina.
Yeah.
Because they used to say vagina. She just kicked me in the vagina, and I thought, I try. They now call it their sheenus.
Sheenus is good. The youngest for a long time called it the vagina. The vagina. Babies come from the vagina. Vagina. It's hard to say, but you said it perfectly.
I've said it before, though. There is no soft word for a lady's area. Not like willy. Willy's something, if a kid shouts willy in the shop, it's hilarious and all that, but it's not harsh and rude.
Can I just say, right, double N, right? Jeez, right. It's a phone-in show where you can phone in about anything. So stop texting me asking if you can phone in about certain topics. Phone in. And then when you do phone in, don't do what you did last time. And then send me emails clarifying. You just phone up. Just phone up, man.
You're making it a lot more complicated than it needs to be.
We're asking Paul what his 5-year-old son calls a vagina. So you can talk about anything. You can talk about anything. My boy has just turned 7, my youngest, Paul, and in the last sort of 3 months, he's just made that leap from baby to young man, and my 9-year-old, my God, I saw him today. I only saw him at the weekend, and I looked at him today and went, "Jeez, you've physically grown. In the last couple of days, you're taller.
Yeah.
He's tall.
I know what you mean. My youngest daughter's lost her top front tooth. One of them is the first one. And I'm thinking, when they go and they get the big teeth in, that's the beginning of the end, really, isn't it?
Come on.
Oh, it's just such a shame.
Just so quick.
Yeah, that's the baby days gone. It was hard work, but it was fun. But actually now, I quite like hanging out with my girls. They're funny and they're good company.
To hang out with. What was my eldest? I did pick him up from school, and we were just. I can't remember how, but we were just riffing ideas, and I don't know who brought it up, but we both ran with it. We just imagined Jesus and Father Christmas being friends and playing Fortnite, and then God shouting upstairs, Will you turn that bloody Xbox off, Jesus? And both of us were in hysterics.
Because, of course, he could make it stop himself, but he exercises free choice, doesn't he?
He could, of course, by unplugging the Wi-Fi. Everyone knows that. Paul, nice to talk to you, mate. Basically, the point I was getting to was enjoy them at 5, because suddenly they're 7, and then suddenly they're 9, and suddenly then that 5 is a magical age.
So what's Friday? St. Dwinwin's?
St. Dwinwin's, and he's got to go to school dressed as a prince. So I'm trying to find a little purple outfit with a frilly white shirt.
Why don't you just dress him up as Skywalker? He was a prince.
Oh,
do you know what? That's a good shout.
Yeah, Kath's, it's not the first time Kath has ridden a very violent, aggressive horse in a rodeo. Cowboy. Paul, nice to talk to you, mate. Thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
James Dyson's a dick, isn't he?
Why? What's happened now?
You know what he's done? You know one of the leading Brexit campaigners, James Dyson.
Oh, really?
The Hoover guy.
Yeah, an expensive hairdryer.
Yeah. It's just announced today that he's moving all of Dyson's manufacturing plants to Singapore.
Cheeky.
It's got nothing to do with Brexit. It's nothing to do with Brexit. But and he said, someone posted a quote where he said, listen, Brexit will be great. We can easily attract some of the biggest companies in the world to the UK. As he buggers off to Singapore!
When he said there was no loss of suction, I didn't realise he meant that. Wow, that is so cheeky.
It is so cheeky. Screw you and your... unless they're advertising with us, in which case, go and buy 5.
I bought one recently, they're great.
But screw you, you absolute chancer, you shit stain. You will not be able to be vacuumed up by one of your Hoovers, and I'm going to call them Hoovers. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you campaign for something like that, saying, we'll get loads of business, and then move your business to another country. It's not, as you keep saying, though, it's not because of Brexit. It's just a coincidence. Oh. It's just a coincidence. You absolute chancer. You scumbag. And yet everyone who voted Brexit, because of people like him, will go, no. What an absolute plum.
Doesn't look great.
Doesn't look great, Dyson. It's not a great look. I'm going to go for the boring guy that advertises on daytime TV.
The G-Tech.
The G-Tech is what I'm going for. I'm not. I'm going to go for a good old fashion.
What was wrong with a U-Bank?
Sorry?
What were those U-Banks Mum's always had? Before the Dustbuster, there was like a sort of mechanical thing they used to roll back and forth.
I used to love doing that on my nans.
And it's to sort of rattle.
Is it called a U-Bank?
A U-Bank, yeah.
I'm David Babcock and I got my willy stuck in a Hoover.
Blimey.
It was probably a Dyson. Unless that's libelous.
No, that'd never come out, would it?
It sucks hard.
Suck it right off.
Yes, suck it right off. Maybe if David's listening, he can clarify exactly which brand of...
It was a Henry, wasn't it? Because he said it was looking at him.
That was it. It was a Henry. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. There's one... Oh, this is a great story. Right. You know, and this backs up my theory. You know my theory that we all lived on Mars.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Right. And your thing is... You're being deliberately obtuse, OK? I genuinely think that maybe a billion years ago, doesn't matter, we lived on Mars and we were a very, very advanced race. More advanced than...
So advanced we didn't write anything down or bring any kind of record of such civilization.
This is the point I'm getting to. This is exactly the point I'm getting to. And this story in here backs it up.
OK. Is this proof? Is this Ev?
That we were more advanced than we are now, and that there was either like a massive war or a massive natural catastrophe, and we had to... leg it off Mars and come and lift it. And you mark my words, the Mars rover is going to find some pretty interesting. It's going to find cassettes. Poster for Planet of the Apes. Right, so we had to come here, but this is like 1 million years ago, yeah. So, of course, the technology got lost. 1 million years is a long time. You can't even find, like, a note that you wrote a week ago on your phone.
Yeah, but it wasn't down to the continuation of civilization as we knew it. If I had that, I would put it in my safe place.
Are you deliberately... No, what? You're being deliberately obnoxious here.
Go in my keepsake box with my love spoon.
Okay. My argument is, if you showed one of your kids a floppy disk, right, and said, right, on this... Gotcha.
The adjusting of the seat.
Gotcha.
You reckon?
You will remember this because it came out just as I turned 10 or 11, okay? And so you're a little bit younger than me, so you will know this, right? Do you remember, in around about 1984...
Or 7.
That they brought out the Doomsday Project.
No.
On the BBC Micro.
No.
Right? And what it was all the information for the country, everything that happened up until that point, on laser discs.
What's that?
And you kind of proved my point you think you're being funny, but actually you proved my point. It was on Laserdisc. So all the information of history for this country was on Laserdiscs, and you could access it on a BBC Micro.
Right.
Okay? And it was like the big thing. It's like, it's called the Doomsday Project. We got all the history of this country on Laserdiscs, and you can access it on a BBC Micro. You just play it. It's boring, right? But. You go up to your kids now with that Laserdisc, and you go, there's all on this. Well, actually, there's like loads of volumes of them. But on this collection, there is all the history of this country up to 1984. Could you access the information for me off there? And they'd be like, what? I'm sorry, sir. What? I beg your pardon? You say, all the information all the history of this country up to 1984 is on this disc, right? And this is only like 35 years ago, right? And they wouldn't have a clue what it was. No, let me finish.
It's a really bad example.
Let me finish.
It's a bad example.
They wouldn't have a clue how to access the information. They wouldn't have a laser disc reader. What do they call the laser disc readers?
You don't even know.
They wouldn't have a laser disc machine. They wouldn't know what it was. They wouldn't have any of that stuff.
No.
That's 35. Let me finish the point. That's 35 years ago. Imagine information technology from 1 million years ago. Point finished, you'll go.
OK, so most of the really old, really important stuff, OK, they might put it on new technology, but it's backed up on...
Backed up?
Yeah, it's backed up on, like, papyrus and scrolls and stuff. So you asked my daughter, for example, the other day, she was reading about the Greek myths. That's interesting, isn't it, the way that information has been passed on, even though... It only got written down, like, centuries after it was told, word for word.
You just completely ignored my point. Did you know you can trace the Queen's bloodline back to the god Woden?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, no, obviously not.
Yeah, and then when royalty became Christian, you can now trace the Queen's bloodline back to Adam.
Shut up.
Absolutely true. I was half listening to a thing on the radio. We'll come back to
someone's cooked the books there.
Okay, we'll come back to my point in a bit. Yes, Ethan.
Right, Ian.
Ethan.
I'm absolutely breaking myself because I have just been given the chance to do an hour-long music show on the student radio station,
This is
of
awesome.
course, from Radio Legends, I want some advice from you and Kath.
Get as drunk as you can before you go on. No. Is this the guy that was going to threaten me with a wheelchair?
No, that was Scott.
That was Scott. Scott's.
I never forget a threat.
Scott's on my naughty list. What kind of music are you playing?
Anything punk, rock, 70s, 80s.
Are you allowed swears?
Well, no.
I've got a song you can play. Maybe
tricky genre.
Maybe you could play one of my favourite punk songs.
I'm 18, she's 30, does that make me dirty?
What do you want to know? Why? What were you asking us for? We're not music DJs, although I could do it. I've done it, and I will do it again.
Totally could.
Go on then.
I've done it before.
Go on, do it now.
Why? I don't
Do it now for Ethan.
Hello there, pot pickers.
Oh, you're an idiot. Hi there, my name's Deke Diggler, and I would like to play this new one by the London Fractures. It's called I'm 18, She's 30.
Well, I'm 18, she's 30. Does that make me dirty?
How do you feel about the Slits, Ethan?
Yeah, good.
I mean, they're kind of post-punk, but they're good if you want to get some women on there. Or just some good music. So, write that down. There's a top tip.
Yeah, here's the tip. Here's the tip. Your first show might be great. Your first show might be lousy. It doesn't matter. I've got 2 tips for you. First one is relax. Just relax. Be yourself. Be yourself.
That takes a long time to be yourself.
No, exactly. But I know exactly. That could take
Don't
years.
worry if you're not yourself straight away.
No, but relax and be yourself. That's the ultimate thing you're aiming for. And the second thing is, as torturous as it is, when I second started doing radio and I worked on XFM, every day, every Sunday after I did it, I would go home and I'd listen to it. And I didn't really. I hate listening to myself, but I would go home and I'd listen to it because I didn't really have a clue what I was doing. And I was kind of left to my own devices, and I would go, well, that bit worked, that bit sounded stupid, that bit was funny, I could do that again, and so just listen to it.
Oh, also, don't try and be everything to everyone. It goes back to the be yourself thing. Remember what Terry Wogan always said: they either like you or they don't.
Didn't always say that, otherwise it would have been a very boring show. But
they either like you or they don't.
That's not bad, actually. You've got the hair spot on. So relax. Be yourself, enjoy it, because it's fun.
Yeah.
And get drunk.
No, don't get drunk.
Get so drunk before you get wasted. Here's the thing, right? Student radio, yeah? Is it a one-off or is it you got a run of them?
Yeah, I've got a run of them until May.
Right, fine. Get drunk, smash the place up on air.
No.
Oh, go down as a legend. You will go down as a... Do you remember when we were at college and there was that weird kid who did the radio and he came in on his first one and he was steaming and then he just smashed the radio station up. That is legendary. That will go down in the annals, of history.
On a Laserdisc.
And you'll be a hero. You'll be a folk hero.
Friday, 8 p.m, Shog Radio, Salford. Have a lesson.
You're going to get arrested.
What am I doing Friday? You know what? If you remember, tweet Kath just before it goes out. Email me if you remember. You probably got other things in your mind, but if we'll probably be in the office, we'll tune in.
Sweet.
I'm going to phone you up and harass you. I'm not really. Have a good one, man. Enjoy it. Let us know how it goes.
Okay.
Thank you, Ethan. Ta-ta. 0344 499 1000. Ollie, stay there. You'll be next. What was that?
I think it was my stomach.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got a very poor internet connection.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Ollie's on the line. Good evening, Ollie.
Hi, Iain and Kath. How are you?
I've never heard such high energy peter out so quickly
so
before.
Deflated.
No, is my phone not working?
No, your phone's working fine. It's your no lousy today.
What?
Feeling lousy today.
You're feeling lousy.
Feeling lousy, yeah. It's been brought to my attention that I'm a dick and I'm an a-hole, and I've just been contemplating it and feeling lousy, and I've brought Kath down with it, and just feeling, not great, man. Not great.
And I was going to poke holes in your Martian theory.
Oh, but bring it on, buddy!
Please do.
Bring it on!
Ollie, may I hold your coat?
Bring it on, Ollie! Let's have it. Bearing in mind this guy's a vile troll. This is what he does for a living.
I don't know. I think he's a reasonable chap.
Let's see where we get to. Go on, Ollie. Let's hear it.
But when I was on hold, I was just thinking maybe you might have a way that it might work.
He's arguing against himself already because he knows me speaky sensey.
But I watched a thing called, on YouTube, there's like a science show where they animate stuff.
He's watching YouTube documentaries. He's getting his stuff from YouTube documentaries. Okay, fine, yep.
It's called like Kurzgesell or something like that, something weird. Anyway, they like track human evolution through language, and they're like saying how people have kind of got into communities, built up, and how language has evolved. Yeah. So how would that work with loads of Martians come to Earth.
Well, first of all, they're not Martians, they're humans. Secondly, I've got no idea what you're talking about. So, hang on a minute. Your argument against my theory is you watched a documentary on YouTube about language and how it's evolved, so you think that destroys my argument?
Yeah.
Have another go, son.
If we landed and we had all this future technology on the ship and stuff like that, surely our language would still be there, and we can talk about how...
What do you mean our language would still be there? That doesn't make sense. Our language would still be there.
But so we would know the technology, because we can talk to each other, and we can rebuild our Martian society on Earth. So your theory doesn't make sense.
Well, no, you're just saying words. Literally, you're talking out your a-hole, right? How many humans do you think came from Mars? You think like 1 million or something?
Yeah.
Are you saying it was Adam and Steve?
No, I'm saying it was a handful. I'm saying it was a disaster. I'm saying it was a mission that failed, pretty much, and that it was a handful. You know, like at the end of Battlestar Galactica, boom!
Whoa! If that was the case, wouldn't they have got terribly, terribly inbred within a couple of generations?
Well, if we follow okay. So there's that theory, and the other theory is the Bible, Adam and Eve.
No.
So they were all doing it with each other and then with each other's kids. No, Adam, how many daughters?
There's also another theory.
Hang on a second. How many daughters did Adam and Eve have? 0. So what? The brothers were having incestuous gay sex with each other and they made a baby? Okay, that's the best alternative you've got.
Well, no.
Best of luck with that.
No.
If that is the best you've got, best of luck with that. Noah lived to over 900 years old, and he had sex with his daughter. That's a fact.
In-law.
Well,
he only had 2 sons.
Exactly.
Ham and Shem.
No. He had incestuous sexual relationships with someone.
How does it work in nature? Do we just have sex with other species? Or would
Sorry? That escalated quickly.
Can you redefine we to not include me?
What other species would you like to have sex with?
Oh, don't start this one again, because last time it caused all manner of mayhem.
Right, listen to this. This is how I'm going to destroy everybody, right? Because we're going to go to this story in The Sun newspaper, page 11. Okay, so listen, this is going to blow your mind, okay? And you're going to go...
I bet it doesn't.
Oh, no, I bet it does, if your mind is open. This shows how things can get lost.
That baby with the hair.
No, it's not the baby with the hair.
I had a baby with a lot of hair.
This shows...
Turns out I could have made some money.
Will you be quiet? Ollie, this shows how things can get lost in the mists of time. Right, listen to this. A stone's... Right, this is...
That's my water.
That was...
Cracking out the champagne or something. Okay.
Go on, Ian.
We done, guys? We done with the bants, with the witty bants?
Yeah.
We done with the bants, Ollie?
That's enough fun, everyone.
Yeah.
You done with the bants, Ollie?
Well, the last time you brought up people teaching children laserdisc technology. That's not much of an argument.
Are you finished? You're going back to that?
I'm going to be quiet for this.
Your argument was you watched a documentary on YouTube, a video streaming platform service where there are hundreds of
stuff on there.
A video streaming platform service where there are documentaries saying how 9/11 was done by aliens and how several leading pop stars are paedophiles.
Yeah, but if you read the small print on these videos, they say they team up with scientists. You can look up the scientists and go,
listen to this. This shows, this story, which is in a newspaper, will show you how facts can be lost in the mists of time. Okay? Because here's the thing that neither of you absolute morons, you closed-minded melts, here's the fact that you're ignoring. I'm not saying, they landed 2,000 years ago, which is a long time. I'm saying they landed about 1 million years ago. You cannot... Please let me finish, Ollie. Please. Please.
Can you just start?
Please. Please.
Go on.
You cannot comprehend with your tiny ant-like minds how... How long ago 1 million years was. Here's a game. Here's a game for you. Here's a game.
Where?
Ollie, right?
Yeah.
How many days have passed since Jesus died? Just say it. Don't work it out. Just say it.
None, because Jesus didn't exist.
Sorry?
Jesus didn't exist, so...
Oh, he's got you there.
No,
Stop being a dick, right? Jesus died in the year 32 AD, right? How many days have passed?
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
But
how do you know he's 32?
Right. Everyone knows Jesus was 32 when he died. Or 33. 32 or 33. Everyone knows
It's a very difficult age.
You're giving Ollie thinking time, which is dangerous. Ollie, how many days? Like 1,000,000 days?
But humans, modern humans, Homo sapien, only appeared 400.
You're saying 1,000,000 days? 1,000,000 days? No, it's not. It's something like 200,000 days since Jesus died.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Okay.
Well, it's not 1,000,000, right? You think 1,000,000. Work it out. Work it out.
No.
Work it out.
No.
Why are we working this out?
I'll work it out. Calculator.
He's got his rage on because he really wants chips.
Right. So 2019 minus 32. This is very rough.
Right.
So it's 1,987 years since Jesus died. Times 365 equals. Okay, I was a little bit out, but I'm still. I'm still close.
Go on, tell us.
The number of days since Jesus died, 725,255. You say that however you want to say it. 725,255 days since Jesus died. So not even 1,000,000. This is amazing. Not even. I'm amazing myself with this. I'm educating myself and I'm educating you at the same time. It's the best kind of learning.
Are you just delaying it so something comes to mind?
It's
why you're right.
I can't even hear you now, Ollie. All I hear is ignorance, which I want to make my mission to quash ignorance, right? So it's not even.
This is Martians because what?
Let's say 3/4 of a. It's not even, but let's say 3/4 of 1,000,000 days since Jesus died. Right. Now extrapolate that to years. 1,000,000 years. So much could happen in 1,000,000 years. You could lose. All right. I'll put my hands on the table. Cards on the heart.
What are you doing?
I'm getting heart cards out. I originally, and I know I'm putting the bat signal up here. I lost Rainbow George's cassettes. Right, I found them.
Yeah.
Found them again. And when I said I knew where they were, I was lying. But I found them again, right? But I'd lost them. Right? That's me, one guy.
Again?
Yeah, I'd lost them. Right? Imagine all the things that could be lost.
Yeah.
Over 1,000,000 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not the most precious thing
Why
in
are
the
we
world.
Martians, though? We lost the Alexandra Library, didn't we?
We're looking one way, and now he's going. I can't beat that, so I'm going to look the other way. How many DV tapes have you got?
DV tapes?
Yeah, the tiny little video cassette, the little tiny ones from the 90s. How many of those you got?
None. But there's an archive of things like that, isn't there?
I tell you what I found the other day. Here we go. This just shows how technology moves like that.
I've got a super argument to come back at you.
You come back in a second, buddy, because I'm going to tell you something.
End.
I will tell you something that will destroy you both. Right?
Oh.
Do you know what I found the other day?
Aliens.
Yeah.
Martians.
My flip camera.
Oh yeah, I found mine in my
Let's have a look. I found my flip camera. Now, do you remember when flip cameras came out, Ollie?
No.
Do you know what a flip camera is?
On the phone?
No, a flip. It was before we had good cameras on phones. It was a little camera you could hold that was supposed to be HD.
Had a little screen
and
in
you
the
pressed the
back.
button and you could hold it right. Now, this was like the biggest, the best. I think I got my mum's 60th birthday on it, so they're 9 years old. This is the biggest, best thing. 9 years later, this man is going. I don't. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't know what a flip camera is. So that just shows. So now this is going to show you. This is going to show you how things can get lost in the mist of time
But people
again.
are still reading the Bible, though, aren't they?
Yeah. What?
Well, flip cameras aside, that was a frippery. But the Bible was deemed to be important, and so it was looked after and cherished.
A stone circle, claimed by experts to be 4,500 years old, has been unmasked as a replica built in the mid-1990s. Thrilled archaeologists had hailed the discovery of the monument. The find received worldwide attention. It was officially recognised and it was added to a prestigious database of stone circles after it was first noticed in November. Excuse me. I beg your pardon. I got the word wrong. I made a mistake and I will freely admit that. But a local farmer got in touch to reveal he made the model in Leokel Kushni, Aberdeenshire.
What?
Local councillor Local council official Neil Ackerman, 31, joked yesterday, if you're having an awkward day at work, at least you're not the guy who identified a prehistoric stone circle that turns out to be 20 years old. It's disappointing. However, these types of monuments are difficult to date. I hope the stones continue to be used and enjoyed. Right? And that just goes to show you how things can get lost in the mists of time. Okay?
It wasn't lost.
Now, Ollie, you said you wasn't really listening, but it's been brought to my attention.
But the Rosetta Stone, that got looked after, didn't it?
That's cassettes.
Even
Italian
like,
cassettes.
Even like the Alexandra Library burnt down.
Hang on a second. Ollie's coming up with an argument. This is going to be good. Where you go, Ollie? I should warn you, you haven't got much time until the news, I'm afraid. So if you've really got to, please don't blaspheme under your breath at me, mate. I heard that. That is disrespectful.
Let me have my argument, please.
All I heard was, oh my God, come on, dude. That is disrespectful. We've got a lot of Christian listeners, okay? So please.
They'll forgive him.
Okay, fine. Right. So, Ollie, this is your argument as to why my theory is rubbish. Away you go, buddy.
The Alexandra Library burnt down. All that information was lost, but civilization...
Okay, we're out of time, Ollie. Thank you very much. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Some LSD. We don't burn our draft cards down on Main Street. 'Cause we like living right, being free. We don't make a party out of loving. We like holding hands and pitching. We don't let her hair grow long and shaggy, like the hippies out in San Francisco do. I'm proud to be an Okie from Muskogee, a place where even squares can have a ball. We still wave a glory down at the courthouse. White lightning still means the biggest thrill of all. Leather boots are still in style for manly footwear. Beads and Roman sandals won't be seen. Football's still the roughest thing on campus. And the kids here still respect the college team. All together, I'm proud to be an Okie from Muskogee, a place where even squares can have a ball. We still wave a glory down at the courthouse. White lightning still means the biggest thrill of all. Oh, we still wave a glory down at the courthouse. By golly, in Muskogee, Oklahoma, USA.
So I started listening to this podcast called Cocaine and Rhinestones, or Rhinestones and Cocaine, I can't remember which, and it's about country
music, yeah.
Do you know, I had to take a run up there because I'm so tired. I was just going to do the first syllable. I could feel that. I had to take a clear run at the word country. And I've listened to a few episodes of it, and I can't quite work out if I like it or not. But there was one of the episodes was the history of the song Okie from Muskogee by Merle Haggard. That wasn't the Merle Haggard version. The Merle Haggard version is a little bit slower. And I just found that as Truck Stop doing an slightly up-tempo version of it. And I quite enjoyed that one, but I don't know if I enjoyed the rest of the episodes that I watched. That's just the way it goes. That's life. That's how we have to deal with these things. Sometimes these things work. And 0344 499 1000, kind of slightly lacklustre Late Night Alternative with me, Ian Lee. Who are you?
Catherine Boyle.
It's just the way it works sometimes, you know. It's just the way that it works sometimes. I'm not feeling great. You're not feeling great. I'm hating myself today because I'm scum. And I also know that I'm driving to Winchester tonight, and I'll be up early filming. And I don't care about TV work anymore. I don't care. I have no television career. I'm doing it for cash. And it's just going to be a long day, and I'm grateful for the work. Of course I'm grateful for the work. You know, that's the kind of guy I am. But I'd rather be at home, in bed, asleep all day. That is what I'd like to do. Catherine, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I've been sent a message by a Lauren Wright on Twitter.
Hey, Lauren.
By the way, maths is wrong because AD means after death. So Ian needs to add another 1716 days.
Maybe
embarrassing, Lauren.
No, yeah, Lauren. Maybe you'd like to apologise because it doesn't mean after death. It means Anno Domini. So where does 0 start then? Because what does BC stand for? That's correct, before Christ. So you're saying that the BC ends when he died? I don't think so, no. The BC ended when he popped out from his 11-year-old mother's virgin womb. She was 11. So that's when the BC ended, and the AD, the Anno Domini...
The year of our Lord.
Thank you very much indeed. Not after death! This is the problem with the education system in this country. It's flawed.
Anyway, hopefully everyone's learnt something.
Thank you so much indeedly doodly. Let's go to Dave. Good evening, Dave.
Hello, Ian. How you doing?
That's none of your business.
Oh God, I forgot that.
That's all right, mate. We've been wearing our hearts on our sleeves tonight, and that's where we are.
Well, I've just come up to strengthen your argument about the Martians landing here.
Here we go. This is Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel I've said enough for the moment. I will be back to answer questions, but I'd like to, if I may, hand the microphone over to a good friend of mine and a fellow passionate researcher into this, is Dave, everybody. It's Dave. Okay.
Right. I think that where your argument falls down, where people are able to argue, is that they presuppose that any spacecraft would have landed safely. And therefore, all of the technology would have been intact.
Thank you. Continue. Yeah.
If they'd had some sort of cataclysmic event, like the spaceship started breaking up on entry, they'd have had to escape somehow in escape pods.
Sorry to interrupt. I can see some people getting agitated in the audience, and they want to ask questions.
Yes.
But to the lady in the front row who's been at gobby all night, there will be a Q&A section at the end. If you could please
it's not a question, it's a comment.
And there'll be room at the end for that. If you could please just let the speaker talk.
Even if they lost everything, they'd still have their ability to write, annotate things down. If they were able to follow instructions and to pass on technology, and they were far more advanced than we were, then surely they could still write.
Dave, do you want to take that? Do you want to take that one, or shall I?
No, I'll counter that. That's no problem at all.
Please.
The problem with that is that they'd have had nothing to write it down. They'd had to.
They'd have worked it out. They were clever.
They'd have had to start from scratch. And the thing is that technology at that point...
Were they babies?
They'd have had absolutely no use to them. The people that would have been important to them would have been the people that were able to build houses, build shelter,
there we go.
farm.
Here's the thing, Catherine. Excuse me. You're assuming, Catherine, that the spaceship was full of the top-notch scientists.
No, but
it might have just been like burger flippers. Not to denigrate burger flippers, they did a great job.
I'm not. But you prefaced this by saying that they were far more advanced than we were.
Yeah, but even in advanced societies, you've got your blooming Rainbow Georges and your Nigels from Maidstone. Imagine if the spaceship crashed and they're the only ones that survived.
Unlikely.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you took the top scientists in the world today and put them all on a desert island and said, you've got to live and survive, they wouldn't know where to start. So they would need people with manual skills. And they would have to start from scratch. This would explain things like the Babylonian battery, which was found and dates back to about 500 BC. They invented a battery back then. And
Why don't you, Dave, could you do me a favour? Obviously, I know all about the Babylonian battery, of course. Could you tell Catherine a little bit about it?
Oh, no, don't. I'm really not interested.
No, you're not, because it goes counter to your argument.
No, that's just boring.
The Babylonian battery was a ceramic pot, and in it they found a copper coil and an iron rod and traces of organic acidic compounds. The only thing that can be used for is creating an electrical current. It was a battery, but no one knows why they would need one in 500 years BC.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell me another one, Dave.
I spat down myself.
No, that's it. I'm done now.
Dave, Dave, thank you. Let's put this out. Are there any questions for Dave?
No.
Young man there. You got your hand up. I see. You got your hand up there. The young man through the glass there.
No.
You got your, come please.
He wants this to end.
Shut up. Sorry, that was disrespectful, but actually, shut up. If you could pass the microphone back, we'll pass the microphone back. The young man there's got a question. Yes, sir.
Is it home time yet?
Exactly.
Right, you're a dick, and you're fired. But finish the show. The drunk woman in the front row, the gobby woman in the front row, the gobby tiny woman in the front row.
No, this is all absolute bollocks.
Okay, right, Dave. Thank you for that.
Don't get me wrong, Ian. I think the argument is that your argument is a load of pony.
Dave's an idiot. Dave's an idiot. Quite possibly an offender of some kind.
All of a sudden, I'm back on Dave's side.
Apologies for that. Who that drunk is? I don't know who that drunk guy is, but he's the worst kind of scumbag. Okay. It's often said that we are going to hell in a handcart. Political correctness gone mad. Health and safety.
Thin end of the wedge.
Yes. And I've always kind of scoffed at that. Until today. Until I heard something on the radio today that made me think... Wait a minute. Do it loud. I heard something on the radio today that made me go... Let's just give up. Let's just give up. Let's all just go. Let's all just get in a minibus like the young ones and drive off the edge of a cliff.
Whoa.
Honestly, I heard this on the radio and I thought, this is disgusting. This is depraved. And if this is where society is heading, we are, and excuse my language, we are effed.
Was it the latest rabbit hole?
No. Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie, is up for Best Movie Oscar nomination. Now, I've never seen this film. I don't need to see this film. That film must, scientifically, mathematically, it must suck. It must suck because it's about a pony band, right? Pony film about a pony band. It's up for the best Oscar movie nomination. That is insane. Excuse me. Can we stop the world, please? I'd like to get off now. Want to go back home. I'm done. I'm through. I quit. I'm out. It's over. The game is over. It's done. Goodbye. Good riddance. Thank you. This is insane. This is like the absolutely... Excuse me, but this is I lost my thread a bit there, but this is insane. Oh. This is shameful. This is disgusting. Forget your Brexit, your Trump, your sex gangs, your forget all of that. Bohemian Rhapsody is up for the best movie Oscar? Are you shitting me?
Whoa.
This is nuts.
But it might be quite good. I'll watch it.
Do you know, I'd watch it on a Sunday afternoon if it was on.
Yeah.
Right? It's not an Oscar movie. By the way, Ollie's, I'm not even going to read your Ollie, who phoned in and got his botty spanked quite aggressively. He's texting in just abuse. He's just texting in abuse. Thinks he's being funny and clever. He's not. He's being an idiot. And it's been noted. It's been like, next time we play a game online together, PUBG, I'm going to team kill you. Every single match until I get a ban for like 3 days. And then as soon as the ban comes back, I'm going to go back online. And I'm going to team kill you until I get a perma ban. And then I'm going to buy a new PlayStation and a brand new PlayStation account. And then I'm going to team kill you again and again and again and again and again. Your online life is going to be miserable. Catherine.
You talk about PUBG. I thought you were playing My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
You're an idiot. Let's go to the adverts, please.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You're very, very welcome to. Yeah, I think I've done a lot of work. I'll have a little breather now. Catherine, what have you got for us?
Elvis is alive, according to the Star.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, and they've got the evidence.
Oh, go on. Well, hang on a minute. If Elvis were alive now, he'd be dead by now.
No.
I like that line. That's a good line. Okay.
Who said that?
Me.
Why?
If Elvis were alive now, he'd be dead by now because he'd be nearly 90 and he was fat.
Well, he might have sorted himself out.
He didn't need to. He had a harem of women to do that for him.
He might have gone on the WW.
Could have done.
Right, so this
Have they called themselves, Weight Watchers called themselves WW to sound more like wrestling?
Yeah, they're going to
Make it sound fun.
slam dunk the...
I wonder if the internet could sue them. Sam gets it. Sam likes it. Sam gets it because it's humour for the young people. It's kind of snappy, it's fast, it's tech savvy.
Wouldn't that be the WWW?
Yeah, we're getting
It's
there.
not really a joke, is it?
Yeah, it made him laugh.
No, he's not laughing. He's doing a sympathetic...
No. I can tell. No. It's a little bit. It's just a little bit snappy, a little bit zippy. It's a little bit. What do they call it? It's on Message at the moment. So that was a great joke. Thank you.
Elvis
Got plenty more of that. If you want to, please let me finish. Please let me finish. If you want more of those jokes, I'm doing some live shows. Unfortunately, Catherine's coming as well, but someone's got to drive. IanLee.com/event. She won't. I'll be driving as well. I'll do it all. It's a very self-contained package, but contractually, I feel sorry for her. So IanLee.com/event. You get to come and see me. We'll have such a laugh. Brighton, Luton, and coming soon, Manchester and Glasgow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Catherine plays Elvis Presley, the Elvis Presley story.
Elvis Presley's wife, ex-wife, sparks theories that the king, she means Elvis Presley, not...
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's various kings.
Yeah.
Is still alive after saying she spoke to him the other day in a resurfaced interview.
Yeah, that story's about 3 years old.
It's a resurfaced interview.
Yeah, so it's
Don't spoil it for people who haven't heard it.
Well, okay.
Shh,
no,
let me finish.
It's a 3-year-old story.
Shushy.
We did this on this show.
Look what I've got here for you.
Did it on this show before.
There we go.
Priscilla Presley is the kind of lady I would like to go on a date with. But not when she was 14, which is when she met Elvis Presley. That was inappropriate and it's disgusting, and that's why I will never listen to an Elvis Presley record ever again.
Elvis Presley was found dead in the bathroom of his Graceland home, aged 42, on August 16th, 1977.
He had a poo. We've all been there.
Really
We've had
one.
a painful poo, and you really got to force it out. It killed him. He was killed by his own poo. It's
Didn't
true.
his heart explode?
If I knew his back catalogue enough, I could come up with a song
That was
that
the
would
problem,
back
wasn't
up.
it?
Yeah.
The back catalogue. The King of Rock and Roll was
well done.
pronounced dead by medical professionals that
I'm not
very
high-fiving
day,
that.
but conspiracies have swelled. Are they doing a thing? Ever since his death, that he's actually alive. Okay. Some believe the singer appeared to leave a cryptic message on his tomb to suggest he did not die. While there have been claims that Elvis attended a celebration of his birthday in Graceland early this month. And footage has now re-emerged of an interview Ian's seen, but some of you haven't.
Well, it was on the. It was a story. I didn't see it. I read the story like 2 or 3 years ago when it first broke.
In the clip, Priscilla Presley is on the Oprah Winfrey Show with her daughter Lisa Marie.
Correct.
They are discussing the daughter's childhood.
Childhood, yeah.
And Priscilla said Elvis wanted her to have everything. He grew up very poor.
Yeah.
But then the interview takes a very strange
turn because she says that she kind of says, "Oh, I spoke to him when I was speaking to him the other day." It's worse.
That's exactly what he said the other day.
Yeah.
Priscilla appears to say, implying she spoke to her husband not long ago.
Priscilla Presley said that on Oprah Winfrey
To make
show.
it even more strange, she then faces the camera as if to say she hadn't meant to reveal the news.
Yeah, well, or that she'd made a mistake is how I interpreted it. But it's great. It's a great story. It was
posted
great when we did it before.
on YouTube in 2013 and has since been seen more than 1 million times just by Ian.
Yeah, well...
And it's led viewers to believe the king is not dead. Elvis is still alive, one said. Sounds legit. Another commented, busted. I believe he's alive too. So that's 2 people. Must be true. While a third suggested how the singer is staying undercover. Anyone can fake their own death and do a disappearing act, they said. Maybe Elvis decided he'd had enough of the spotlight. This comes as lost tape suggests the king went into FBI witness protection with a man who has a similar voice admitting it on this tape. Many claim to have made sightings of the singer last year. The Hound Dog singer, just in case you were wondering which Elvis,
He did Hound Dog, did he? Right, that clears
It wasn't
things
his
up.
originally, though, was it? Would have celebrated his 84th birthday on January the 8th. The American, he was American.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense because he had an American accent. I noticed in the film where he blacks up. He blacks up in a film.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
What's
he
it
plays
called? Is that
Charo.
King Creole?
Charo.
Oh,
Charo.
Is he being a Native American?
Yeah, yes, he is.
Is he or a Mexican?
No, I think he's a what we used to call an Injun.
Oh God.
A red Injun.
The American was famous around the world in the 50s and 60s. This is for people like Sam.
Yeah.
This sentence for songs such as "Can't Help Falling in Love" and "Suzzy Minds."
Suzzy Minds.
Suzzy Minds.
Suzzy Minds.
But Elvis isn't the only pop icon to have been the subject of conspiracy theories since his death. Do you want to hear some? Theorists claim rap legend Tupac Shakur is still alive despite being killed in a drive-by shooting in 1996. One of the biggest propounders of his death being faked is Michael Nice.
Michael Myers?
Michael Nice. The YouTube star who claims he was once Tupac's bodyguard published a series of videos last year documenting his quote-unquote proof. They included footage of a plane that was used to smuggle him from the US and a picture showing a person who looked like the rapper, alive and well.
I'll tell you who someone who is alive, but perhaps isn't so well, is Lionel Richie's naughty son. Have you heard about this guy?
Oh, yes.
Singer Lionel Richie's model son. And boy, he really looks... I mean, people are surprised when the kids look like their dad, but he does. Was seized at Heathrow, I guess that's the airport, for punching a guard and claiming he had a bomb.
Yeah, silly.
Miles Brockman Ritchie, 24, was late for a New York-bound jet and barred from boarding. He is thought to have been delayed by security checks. A witness said he got angry and demanded to be let on, but the flight had closed. His luggage was offloaded and he got angry with the guard and hit him. He also said he had a bomb in his bag. Police were called. They cautioned and released him over the British Airways row. The guard he hit on the arm...
Oh.
We could give him a deadie. Was unhurt. Cop said a 24-year-old accepted a caution for a bomb hoax and battery. He had a battery as well. BA said, we don't tolerate disruptive behaviour and we think Lionel Richie's rubbish anyway, so his son must be double
Oh, he's not rubbish.
Yes, he is.
No.
Name 5 good Lionel Richie songs.
You Are My Destiny is a great song.
Okay.
Hello.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
That video alone, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
What Feeling I'm Dancing on the Ceiling.
You know who produced that video?
Was it...
I know. It was Michael Nesmith of the Monkees.
I think it was Michael Nesmith of the Monkees. She didn't give me time to finish.
Okay, you got 2 more goodbyes.
Say you.
That's a terrible
Say
song.
Me.
Why? Why would I say that?
Just say it forever.
See who I was listening to at the weekend?
Hang on, number 5.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait. Easy Like Sunday Morning, isn't it?
That's the Commodores.
Yeah, you sang it though.
That's the Commodores.
Yeah, but
No! I said 5 good Lionel Richie songs. I didn't say...
I believe you'll find if Lionel Richie wasn't in it, it would have been a very quiet song.
I did not say, could you name me songs by various groups? I know you are, but...
Easy like Sunday morning.
I tell you what I listened to at the weekend.
Come on.
Because I downloaded Google Music, because I've got Prime, Amazon Music. Because I've got Prime, and I think it lets me listen to some of their records, but not more. I'm not paying for a music subscription service. So I was listening to... Whoa, here she comes.
Hold the notes.
Watch out, boy, she's gonna blow you off. Whoa, here she comes. She's a man beater.
No.
Listen to the best of Hall and Oates.
So just that one.
No, they had 3 good songs.
Go on.
What was the other? There's Whoa, here she comes. And there was She Only Comes Out at Night.
It's the same song.
No, is it the same one?
Yeah.
Let me come up with... Hang on. Best of...
Hall and Oates.
There were 3. Stay there, New Susan. We'll come to it.
That's what's known as yacht rock, isn't it?
I don't know if I buy that.
Hall
Here we go. Best of Hall and Oates. Here we go. Right, so here we go. This is...
Slinky, but I don't like it.
No, that's shit. I don't know what that is. That's not the best of all. Here we go. You ready? Here we go. That's an advert. They've not paid for that advert. Right, so here we go.
Come on, Hall and Oates.
Here we go. Get ready. Here come Hall and Oates. Skip. Here we go.
But if there's a doubt, baby, I can give out 1,000 reasons why you have to say.
Don't know that one. Don't know that one. Here we go.
Nope.
Here we go.
She's gone.
She's gone! Oh! Oh! So, she's gone! Oh! That's a good one. There we go.
No.
That's rubbish.
Oh, yes.
Here we go. It's a big
That's another one that's slower than you remember.
No, I don't know that one. No. Here we go.
Private Ass.
Private Ass. Oh, it says Private Ass. There we go. Here we go. Don't know that one.
Sounds a lot like the others.
Here we go.
Yeah.
She'll chew you up. Whoa, here she goes. That's number 2, so this is number 1. Here we go, ready for number 1? Here we go. Here comes number 1.
Is it Footloose? Oh, this. I don't like this.
I'll do anything that you want me to.
Well, turn this off then.
I'll do anything that you want me to. I can't go for that. No can. You like Easy Like a Sunday Morning and you don't like No Can Do?
I don't really like it. I just wanted to win.
You're an idiot. Susan's on the line. Good evening, Susan. It's not that one, it's a good one. Yes, Susan.
Oh, good evening. Good evening, Ian. Yes, it's Susan.
Guten Tag.
You're not going to like this because I am actually going to criticise because I usually really, really enjoy
I love
show.
criticism. Criticism is how I learn, is how I become a better human being. So thank you for that. Let's hear it. I'm looking forward to hearing this.
Yes, it's just that this evening I don't know what's happened, Ian. It's just that some you just seem terribly aggressive, and yes, I do realise that presenters.
I beg your pardon. How dare you? How dare you suggest that? How dare you suggest I've been aggressive? What an absolutely ridiculous thing to say.
Oh, Ian, please, you're terribly aggressive tonight.
No, I'm not.
Show for me.
No, I'm not.
Oh, the language is shocking.
No, it's not.
You're not. You're different tonight.
I'm not
Ian.
aggressive. What are you talking about?
Oh, you are different tonight.
Yeah, no, if you've been listening, I'm feeling lousy tonight, yeah. Well, I'm sorry you found that way. Well, hope, fingers crossed, it'll be better tomorrow. You know the show. Some shows you dig and some shows you don't dig.
Listen, I love you loads.
Hang on a second.
I only started listening.
You didn't...
I started listening to...
Go on.
Sorry?
Go on.
I started listening to talk radio about 9 months ago.
Yeah. You didn't know what my name was when you phoned up.
Sorry?
You didn't know what my name was when you phoned up.
No, I didn't.
Right. So,
no, I didn't.
So, but hang on a minute. How do you know what the show is normally like?
I do, however, know Paul Ross's name.
Okay. Well, why don't you phone up Paul Ross's show and criticise him? If you didn't even know my name, then you're obviously not that familiar with the show. So you...
Well, I am familiar enough to have listened to it.
Not familiar enough to know the name of the guy that's hosting it.
Well, maybe I prefer different hosts, but
go and listen to their shows.
I love your show. I love your show.
You don't know my name. How can you love the show if you don't know the name of the guy that's presented the show? What is this? This is insania.
Radio. Oh, for goodness sake, come on, stop pushing me. Listen,
I'm not pushing you. I won't touch you with
calm it. Just calm it.
Now I'm getting wound up because you're winding me up.
You're not getting many calls tonight.
Huh?
You're not getting many calls tonight, Ian.
So now she's telling me how to do a radio show? Now she's telling me why we've not got many calls? We've not got many calls. Let me finish.
Ian, I listened to you both night.
We've had 9 calls.
9 calls?
Yeah.
Well, that's small.
How many? Well, hang on a minute. How many calls does... Shut up, woman! Shut your face! How many calls does Paul Ross get? How many calls does Paul Ross get?
Constant, one after the other.
He doesn't get any?
They queue up.
Well, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Listen,
how many calls does Julia Hartley-Brewer get?
I listen much to World Radio.
To World Radio. Okay, Susan, thanks for your call. Thanks for your call. Good night, Susan.
Thank you.
There we go. Let's go...
It's fine. It's fine to like Radio 4.
is. It's fine. Was she the woman that phoned up the other day? No, there was the woman that phoned up and was suicidal, but then said she wasn't suicidal.
Oh, that was an odd moment, wasn't it?
Said I wasn't listening. Anyway, Susan, it's great to have you call. Thank you. Here's the thing. I don't think you got it because maybe you're not bright enough, but I was doing a joke there, obviously, when you said you're being very aggressive tonight. I don't know if you noticed. It's the joke. It's quite an obvious, basic one. I couldn't really give it. I was genuinely grateful for the criticism, but I was getting aggressive because you were saying I was getting aggressive, and I was aggressively saying, "No, I'm not. That was a joke. That was a bit of theatre." Thanks very much.
What I really
indeed.
like is when people say that this show isn't what they would like, and they prefer Radio 4, and we're supposed to go, "Oh, so that's what we need to be when we grow up."
And by the way,
actually, it's just a very different thing.
By the way, me saying Paul Ross doesn't get any calls. It's not a dig. He doesn't. But I know that he would welcome your calls. I know that he would absolutely love your calls. He's on after 1 o'clock, and if you want to give him a call, it's a great show. Travels around the world via the radio waves, but he doesn't get many calls, and I know that if you wanted to call him up, I'm sure he would be happy to take your calls after 1 o'clock. It wasn't a dig in the slightest. And thank you, Susan. Genuinely, thank you. I don't think you got the joke of me aggressively saying, no, I'm not being aggressive to you. It was a joke, and I just feel that perhaps I have to explain it to you because I don't think you're the brightest.
Radio 4 put laughter in, so
there we go.
That's helpful.
Nigel.
Oh, hi, guys. All right.
All right, Nigel.
Hello, Catherine.
Hello, Nigel.
You've got a nice voice.
So have you.
You got a nice, relaxing voice.
You got a horrible, creepy, dirty voice.
You got a nice.
You got a voice that makes my penis shrivel.
Oh God.
Make my balls go up inside me.
I've got quite a lot to talk about, really. What's the time now? Is it 10:02?
Yeah, something like that.
No, it's just gone past.
Okay.
Are you sure? Oh, my clock must be 15 minutes fast then, I suppose.
Bit more.
Anyway, have you heard of the Gypsy Kings?
Yes. You know they're not
They've
Spanish.
Been going for a long time, haven't they?
Do you know they're French?
No, I didn't, no.
That's true.
But I've been looking at them on YouTube, and I remember doing some cabaret with them years ago when I was in a cabaret band, obviously. And because they were doing something in the UK, but this is like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But I was trying to look up people that I used to do cabaret with, and one of them was what I thought of. Have you heard of someone called Gypsy Jim Lee, a singer?
No, I haven't, Nigel, but I'd love to hear more.
But this is also another 30 years ago.
I could be dead now.
Before your time.
Yep.
But anyway, they're still showing the repeats of Bullseye, Jim Bowen, you know, the old guy.
Sorry, that last call was weird, wasn't it?
This is even weird.
Hang on, no, it's not. No, it's not. That was a weird call.
Yeah, it sounded like she just rang up to have a dig.
She didn't really know what.
But I don't mind. Honestly, hang on a second, Nigel. Honestly, I don't mind. Listen, genuinely, now all seriousness in front of me and joking to one side. I learn when people criticise me.
I know, but if it's
well, you shouldn't really.
Please, Nigel, please shut up. Catherine.
Yeah, if it's honest criticism. Rather than
I think she just wanted to come on the radio and speak to me because I'm a great man. But also the show has been. We've had a few S-bombs, but we have S-bombs from time to time. That's as bad as the language has got. I haven't been aggressive for the whole show at all. I've been aggressive for little bits. And we said several times that I've had a kind of a lousy day, all my own fault. I'm not, blaming anyone, but I've had a lousy day where my behaviour has been held up to me by a mirror, and I've gone. Actually, I'm not the cool, life-saving guy I thought I was. Actually, I'm a dick, and and that's made me reconsider a lot of my behaviour, and that's fine. But that's where we are. Anyway, Nigel, yes.
I was listening to Johnny Mathis LP earlier.
Yeah, I like Johnny Mathis.
He sings a song that I used to do for talent shows called Misty, the one they played over.
Oh, play Misty for me.
One.
Oh, God.
Play Misty for me.
Play Misty for me. That was a great film, wasn't it?
It was a great film.
Intense film.
Very intense. Play Misty for me.
Knife going into that, trying to put a knife into him in that.
Ooh, that lady tried to kill our Clint Eastwood. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Didn't he chuck her out of a window?
I hope so.
Spoiler.
I hope so. I hope he did actually. Not just in the movie, but actually in real life. to teach her a lesson and to make him feel good.
A stuntman went out the window.
It would have been. Do you remember in the olden days, the 70s and 80s? It would have been a stuntman for a woman. You'd often. It would be. You'd suddenly.
Well, it wouldn't be a woman stuntman. It'd probably be a man with a wig on.
This is exactly the point I was making.
Yeah,
You'd see a slender figure being lifted out of the window. Then you'd see the shot from outside, and someone with very broad shoulders would fall out of the window. Now, of course, it's What's that Huckhart lady? Didn't she die?
No, Eunice Huckhart.
Eunice Huckhart. Didn't Eunice Huckhart...
woman.
Please. Eunice Huckhart, who won Gladiators about 20 years ago, became Britain's leading stunt woman.
Yes.
I think she died. Eunice Huckhart.
She couldn't have been very old.
Hut.
Didn't she?
No, she's alive. She's 52.
I used to watch Gladiators.
Oh, good for her. I liked her. Eunice Huckhart.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you go up the what do they call it? The Travelator?
The what? Travel agents. The Travelator. What's that?
At the end of the Gladiators, they would run up the Travelator.
Oh, I see. I don't remember that particular part of it.
It's like a conveyor belt, but it's going backwards.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I remember slightly. Yeah. I wanted to do your song quickly, if I could.
Okay. Yeah. Please do, but you have to do it quickly.
Misty.
You've got to do it 4 times the tempo.
Yeah, I'll do you, Misty. I haven't done that before on the show, have I? Not live, anyway. It was maybe a recording on it.
Could have been.
So I'll do my rendition of Misty then.
Please do.
Play Misty for me.
Play Misty for me, and then I'll toss you off.
I've been practising anyway to the record.
Toss you off a high building.
Yeah.
Would you like that?
No.
How about if I tossed you off a low building?
No.
Can I toss you off anywhere?
No.
Okay.
Correct answer.
Continue.
I'm not gay.
Exactly. He's not daft.
He said
He knows
not-
what you're saying.
He said, "Okay, fine, all right." But that's not why.
I thought that was the point you was making.
No, the point I was
It
making.
was.
I wanted to murder you by telling you
I
to
don't want to
dry
be
husk.
murdered.
Pillar of salt. Right. Okay. Where you go? Here we go.
Yeah, you're not going to butt it. Well, it doesn't matter.
I'm not going to butt it. No, you said you're not gay, so I'm not going to butt it.
Oh, stop.
I'm a bit nervous. Here we go.
Very erotic.
Look at me.
Faster.
I'm as helpless
Faster.
as a kitten
Go
up
faster.
a tree.
Got to do it faster.
And I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud.
Faster.
I can't
Come on, Nigel. Speed up.
understand.
Faster.
I get misty.
Double tempo.
Just holding
Faster.
your hand.
Here we go. Do it to this
walk
beat.
my way,
Come on.
And 1,000 violins
Faster.
begin to play.
Come on, faster.
You're making it.
Come on, faster. You got to do it fast.
I can understand.
Here we go. Here we
I
go.
get misty. Just holding your hand.
Faster.
You can say that you're leading me on.
Faster.
But it's just what I
Faster.
want you
Stop
to
it.
do. Don't you notice how hopelessly
Don't slow
I'm
down.
lost? That's why I'm following you.
Faster.
Look my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Do-do-do-do-do.
Like that.
Faster.
I like to listen to your voice, so listen to Iain Lee's show.
Faster.
He's the greatest one on radio.
Faster.
Listen to his show.
Faster. I liked it, but it was too slow.
Well, I don't. You can't sing that number fast. It's got to be slow.
Thanks for your call, Nigel.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Paul Ross is on at 1 o'clock. He'll pop in about 10 minutes or so and let us know what's happening on his show. 0344 499 1000. You can call him up after 1 as well, if you so desire. I'm looking forward to hearing Susan talking to him on the way
If
home.
she can manage to get in.
Yes, of course. Good evening, John.
Hello, Ian. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, John. How you doing? Not spoken to you for ages, man.
It's been a while, aye.
Yeah.
I just heard Nigel there before, and I was listening a couple of nights ago. One of the tunes you played, is it called "You Don't Shine"?
You Doing Shine? What's that?
You Don't Shine. One of the
Life story, innit?
Oh, yeah, you sparkle. You don't sparkle, you don't shine.
That's right. Aye. Well, I think I would like you to encourage Nigel to learn that tune.
Oh, mate, and Jake, who wrote the song, is coming in on Thursday. If we could somehow get Nigel, if it's like, I know it's like herding cats, but if we could get him to learn Sparkle by My Life Story for Thursday night, then the worlds would collide. It would be awesome.
I think it would suit him.
Do you know what I think it would? Big old... You're right, it's like an old band kind of number in some ways, isn't it?
I can imagine him singing it when I heard it, honestly.
Yeah, I can imagine him singing it.
Well, I know he used to play the keyboard as well, but whether he can still do that or not, I don't know.
I'd prefer it if Nigel didn't touch his organ whilst he's on the phone to me. By the way, so Jake Shillingford from My Life Story, I thought was coming in today, and I got it wrong. He's coming in Thursday, right? I love him. And I bought he did a solo album a few years ago, and I saw it online. It's like, you know, on Amazon, you get an album for 75p plus £1.26 postage. I thought, I'll buy it. Might be a decent song on there. Flipping it, it's incredible. It's incredible. He does a few My Life Story songs, but like stripped back with just a piano and maybe a little bit of cello. I was listening to it in the car. It's incredible.
Well, I'd never heard of them, but I heard it twice, and I really like that tune.
Yeah. Oh, he's great, man. Well, he's coming in Thursday. We'll have a good old chat with him for an hour or so. I'm looking forward to meeting him. Anyway, John, what can we do for thee this evening?
Really, that's all I wanted to talk about, you know.
A nice little suggestion of mixing some art with an artist. I like it. How's life going for you, John? We've not spoken for a while. Is everything all right?
Yeah, it's fine, aye.
All right, I'm not going to push you for any informazione.
No, well, okay. Well, I don't know whether I should bring it up or not. You know, about November time, I think I sent you a tweet. I was in a bit of a bad place at the time, you know, and somebody was giving you some jip at the time. Somebody called John.
Oh yeah,
and. You were ranting and raving and keep mentioning the name John all the time, and it just felt like, you know, when I was listening to the show, it felt like it was towards me.
Okay,
you know,
it wasn't towards you, was it?
No, of course.
Okay, right, okay, okay.
But that's just the way I felt at the time.
Yeah.
And I tweeted you about it, but you just like, I don't know. Well, the word you said to me was, "It's not you, John. You know it's not you. Just get a life," sort of thing, you know.
Oops.
And I was a little bit aggrieved, and I've like that's why I haven't called in again since. You know.
Well, I'm sorry if my perhaps poor choice of words aggrieved you. It's not my intention at all. I think you're a good man, so I apologise for that sincerely.
Well, thank you very much for that. You know?
I must admit, I do. If I'm involved in an argument on Twitter and other people kind of chip in, I do sometimes lash out at them as well. I also struggle with anyway. This is one of the reasons. One of the reasons why I'm off Twitter is because I don't think it's a particularly healthy place for me. I don't think it's a healthy place for anyone, actually. But my choice is I'm off Twitter for now, and I'm feeling a lot better. So, John, I am sincerely sorry.
Well, that's great, Ian. Thanks very much. But at the same time, it spurred us on, you know.
Oh.
And I have tweeted at Cass about something I've done recently to.
What have you done?
To get us back on track, you know. You said to get a life, so
Did you get a life? Hang on a minute. Did you take my advice on board? Have you now got a life?
Yes, I have.
Oh, this is brilliant. What have you done, John?
I don't know. You might remember this. I did mention Speedway quite a lot.
Yes, man. You loved Speedway. Going around a dirt track on a motorbike.
Yeah, but about Ivan Major it was at the time, and you didn't really seem interested in that at the time, you know.
No.
Like a lot of other things, but that's up to you.
Okay.
So that's what I've done. I've got myself out on a bike, you know, and had a ride around the track.
Did you?
Well, I've like I said, I've tweeted the Cass at him now. She could send you it on. I don't know.
No. Well, no. Here's the thing, John. And I suspect that perhaps you, and by the way, this is great news that you've done. This is brilliant. I suspect that perhaps you and several others take things perhaps a little bit too personally when one shouldn't, you know. But also, I have to say to a lot of people who've been messaging Kath to get messages onto me, she doesn't. She won't pass them on to me because she knows why I'm off Twitter. Right, she's not my keeper. Here's the thing, right? There are so many reasons why I'm off Twitter, but one of them is I am available 15 hours a week when people can phone up and tell me stuff, like you've done tonight, John, which I'm really grateful for.
Yeah.
So if anyone has got something they want to tell me or they want to have a go at me for or they want to pass on, phone me up. Phone me up. Don't tweet Kath because she will not pass it on to me.
Well, I took it the wrong way, you know, after I tweeted you know. But you see, I've only got, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 friends on Twitter that listen to the show.
Yeah.
And because I was a little bit paranoid about my name, there is some person that's trying to get through to you called John.
Yeah.
And, like, I was frightened, thinking that they thought it was me. You know,
Well,
that's being paranoid, isn't it? You know,
It is being paranoid, and it is, and it partly. Here's the thing, John, and this isn't a dig at you at all in the slightest. I'm prefacing it with that, but quite often when we listen to radio, and I think this show perhaps more than a lot of other shows, but radio is a very personal medium. More, you know, if you're watching telly, right, and someone was saying, "I know there's a John out there watching this," and I think. If you were watching telly, it would be very unlikely you would take that personally. But radio, we kind of take it very personally. And this show is very intimate, very exposed, very honest show. So it becomes a little bit more personal than perhaps a lot of the other shows. So, just you know, it's cool. Don't take it personally. I will consider what you've said, and maybe I will rethink the way I phrase certain things. So I thank you.
Well, you couldn't really in at the time. I mean, obviously somebody was upsetting you with the same name at the time, and it was really scaring you. Yeah. But because you were sort of losing it a bit, and you keep saying the name repeatedly,
it went nuts.
It just seemed to be towards me, and anybody else probably would with the name John, you know.
Yep. I hate all Johns. All Johns are scumbags.
Even though I knew it wasn't me, but I still thought, oh well, the people think it's me because.
Screw those people.
You know?
Hey, listen, John. I'm really glad you went in a dirt bike. Excuse me. Speedway bike. Excuse me. Thank you. Excuse me. And I'm glad that you've called in. I'm glad we're at peace. And thank you for helping me become the human being that I want to become, which is a great guy. Which is what I want to be.
You've always been, but you know, it's just one of them things. That's the way it went.
All right. And now I'm going to cut you off, but that's just because we're moving on. And you're not going to take it personally, are you?
No.
Okay, thank you, John. Thank you. I thought it was dirt bike, isn't it? It's dirt bike, not dirt box.
God, stop saying it.
Well, no, he was. Well, I was thinking he'd been on a dirt box, but he'd been on a dirt bike.
Other Susan's going to be pulling her hair out. She's not listening.
She is. I would suggest shaving.
Don't.
I would suggest using an EpiLady, or not an EpiPen. That is a different thing altogether. Although I'd love to have, you know, when you meet a kid who is allergic to peanuts or mushrooms, and you go, "Have you got the adrenaline pen?" They say, "Yeah, got it." You never tempted to say, "Here's 20 quid. Stab me in the chest with the pen."
I think you would die.
Like Reservoir, like
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Would I? Well, now that sounds like a dare to me.
Don't.
That sounds like a dare. Do we have? We'll do it tomorrow. But if anybody is allergic to peanuts, could you come to the studio with your pen and stab me in the chest with it? Because Kath thinks I will die, and I don't think I will. I think it would make me.
I think you'd have a rustle.
What the bloody hell is going with this? What is this? I know your parents.
It would turn you into Brian Blessed.
Yeah, it would. I think it would. I really think it would. I think it would be great for the show. I think it would be great for me. I think it would be great for someone who is allergic to peanuts.
I think it's very irresponsible use of medication.
I think it would be good for them to see what happens when you die and come back to life. Like, basically, people who are allergic to peanuts they're kind of like a modern day Jesus. It's a very religious theme tonight, and I enjoy that. We should have a little bit more religion, I think, in the show.
Oh, other John, by the way, writes, it wasn't me.
Okay.
It wasn't him. Wasn't that John?
Let's just say all Johns are scumbags. Let's just get that out there. A driver has been filmed shaving while speeding along a motorway. It wasn't a wet shave. It's a dry shave. It's illegal. Don't do it. But we've all seen it. We've all seen women doing their makeup. We've seen guys shaving. My new bugbear, and I will call these scumbags out when I see it, is people doing Skype video calls. Seen it a lot. And I beep and I flash. In the snow, in the flipping snow today, in this roundabout that took an hour to get around, some dozy person is there holding their phone. Come in, Paul. Holding their phone while they're driving through icy conditions.
Mayhem.
Idiots. Anyway, a driver has been filmed shaving while speeding along a motorway. Well, who filmed him?
What was he shaving?
A driver. His wife's vagina.
No, come on.
The middle-aged Saab motorist seemed oblivious to the danger as he trimmed his stubble at one point, taking both hands off the wheel.
Again, I mean...
A witness said, my son and I were driving down the M5 past Birmingham when we saw him shaving. Then we ran into traffic. We could clearly see him trimming his beard. My son has only just started having driving lessons, so I'd been giving him pointers on what not to do. I added shaving to the list. Another driver said, it sounds funny, but this is really no laughing matter.
No, stop it.
He was putting the lives of other drivers at risk as well as his own.
Also, you're not going to get a clean shave doing it that way, are you? Take your time.
Worryingly, Kathy's rubbing her chin when she says that.
I can't...
Not a bristle on it today.
I can't get a clean shave with an electric razor.
No.
I tried one years ago when I first started shaving, and then I bought one recently just to have a little trimming under here, and it just doesn't work.
I've bought them before, and I bought the expensive ones, as a treat.
Is it?
And, my husband always says it doesn't really work.
Although you don't feel you're going against the grain of the way your hair grows and all that kind of stuff.
Doesn't it drag as well?
Clippers for downstairs.
Oh, God.
I started shaving downstairs last year after a lot of people were telling me it was the thing. Did it? I've not looked back. But I would like someone to do round.
Like topiary.
Yes.
Designs, a question mark or something. Or X marks.
Christmas tree.
It's an exclamation point, and I won't tell you what the...
Now.
Paul Ross.
Good morning.
Good morning. Wearing a nice warm jumper in this cold.
It's my favourite.
It's a lovely jumper. Yeah. What's on your show tonight?
On the show tonight, it's 140 years ago to the day that the Battle of Rorke's Drift was fought and sort of won by 152 Brits and colonial troops against 4,000 Zulus.
Yes.
Well, in the end, they recognised the stupidity and courage and tenacity of the men who were there, so they kind of let them live. They went on with it.
Right.
And it had been a war of aggression, because people forget about 2 days before that, we'd attempted to invade Zululand. Didn't go well. We had 2,000 men. 20,000 Zulus pretty much killed them all. So there was a kind of lesson and payback. But 11 VCs were awarded, so we're talking to one of the country's leading historians about that, Professor Frank McDonough from Liverpool
Do you know what?
University.
It's something I don't know anything about that era, and I've never watched Zulu.
My dad made us watch that all the time.
It's a real
to the
dad
point
film.
where, when I was pregnant with my first, I was making a lot of sort of sound effects.
You're making love?
No, I was making a lot of sound effects type
making
things.
love. No, that's a Freudian slit.
Oh, don't start him off, because he'll finish that one.
I don't want to finish anyone's slit.
Stop it! Anyway, I had a CD with Zulu on it, and I was making an
CD?
advert. Yes.
Well, you're making love.
I was making an advert for a radio show I used to do, where we used to do mock-up adverts. Anyway, the baby was going nuts because of the low.
That's Jaws.
Baby was like...
It is I'll find the book, I'll bring it in for you, because Shaka Zulu, the great king of the Zulus, was an astonishing individual before this period, and he would defeat him, and they would run for like a week, the Zulus, between battles.
Yeah.
Just astonishing. So we're talking about a bit of that, and we've also got Brace Yourselves, Britain. I know he can be mildly annoying, but he's a lovely fellow, really. Josh Rom. Just about the NT. He was on the red carpet, and we've got JR meeting the GC.
Oh, well, there you go.
And
I don't need the money, babe.
No, I do like her, actually. I've worked with her once.
I've worked with her before.
She's lovely, yeah.
I think she's brilliant.
Yeah.
I think she's absolutely
She's
brilliant.
entertainment.
Yeah.
And she's constantly she's on the telly more than any of us. You know what I mean? She's doing something right. People want to see her. That's the thing.
So we've got all that kind of... And the usual old tosh, of course, as well.
That's lovely. Well, I think we're done. Our work here is done. We managed to stagger through tonight's show.
Oh, and a big one for you tomorrow, though, which I'm sure you might be aware of. It's Neil Diamond's birthday tomorrow. Oh. And one of the very first time I met you was at the audience with Neil Diamond.
Yes, it was.
When everything broke down,
Yeah,
and he entertained us for ages, basically just singing Sherry.
The same song over and over again.
But it was a great night,
and
he
got really pissed off. And anyway, okay, we'll talk about that.
Did you sing too loud and he told you off?
He did. No, he didn't tell me off, but I sang Crackling Rosie. I was like in the fourth row, and I sang it so loudly. He gave me this really dirty look, as if to say, "Shut up, mate." He
didn't realise it was an audience with Ian Lee.
No, he didn't. We are back tonight at 10. This is Talk Radio.